Пошли. Все вместе. Какие ваши доказательства?
They want you to comply.
Cancel culture is about canceling.
Кокаином.
Up yours. Woke moralists. Up yours.
This is systematic bullying that's happening.
Woke moralists. Up yours.
And they believe that they can then
Woke
shut us
moralists.
up.
F around and find out.
Up yours. Woke moralists.
They seem animalistic is what I mean.
No, they're worse than animals.
The woke mob, they ruin everything.
They stop Ben Shapiro from going to events and speaking. They stop Ann Coulter from doing it.
I will never surrender even a single inch of ground to a pitchfork mob.
You never cave to the mob.
We will never bow to the mob. Ever. No matter what.
Do you see the final expression of cancel culture in terrorist groups like
Up yours.
We'll see who cancels who.
They want you to comply.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Nice to see you all.
Yeah, great to see you all too.
Where's Lance?
Lance's empty seat will be joining us today.
Oh,
there he
we
is.
go.
Lance, you're muted, and you didn't make it back on time this time. You always do.
I'm sorry. I ran. I had to feed my dog. I literally just put food in Chico's bowl and ran back. Hi, friends.
That's no excuse, Lance. That's
I know,
no
I'm sorry.
excuse. Shame on you. Shame on you. Nice to see everybody. Rebecca Watson is joining us. You've been like one of the highest requested guests, by the way.
Oh, hello. Well, thank you for having me on. I never know. I feel like I was on Lance's show once and I asked what chat was saying and he's like, you don't want to know. So I hope I'm requested because they like me and not because they want to dunk on me.
No, it's because they
no.
like you. They like you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We wouldn't allow them to dunk on you. They do dunk on us, though.
I don't mind. That's kind of my thing is resisting the dunking. So
Right.
it's all
And you're
good.
very good at it, by the way.
Thank you.
Debunking, yes. Yeah, for
Thanks.
those who aren't
Debunking and
familiar with
resisting
you.
the dunking.
Precisely. Yeah, tell us about that. Tell us what you do. I'm sure most people are familiar with you, but for those who aren't, tell us what you do, where you primarily post your videos and content and whatnot.
Sure. So I do critical thinking. I dissect science news and a lot of conspiracy theory stuff I push back against, and also more and more since, in the last decade, but progressive politics sort of stuff, as usually as it intersects with those other things, critical thinking and science. So I these days it's mostly on YouTube under just my name, Rebecca Watson. In the past, before Mark Zuckerberg killed blogs, I had a really great blog network called Skepchick, and I still post my videos and transcripts there. It used to be a much larger thing. Unfortunately, couldn't afford to keep doing that anymore. So now it's pretty much just my YouTube videos over on Skepchick. But in the past, not to relive the glory days, but we used to have a whole team of critical thinkers talking about different subjects. So Skepchick was focused on women, but we had Queerika focused on LGBTQ. We had Spanish, Norwegian, and Swedish skeptics who were posting, teens, parents, the whole deal. So I still try to incorporate the things that I learned from those people and into what I currently do.
I love that. Yeah, your videos are absolutely fantastic. I was telling
Thanks.
her before we went live that I watched basically every single video. I haven't caught up this week on like the vaccine videos, but I will watch them. They're always must watches. Very, very
Well,
good
the
stuff.
the last week of the month is always my busiest because I always drag my feet, but I promise my patrons 8 videos a month. So everybody knows not to bother me the last week of the month because I'm like pumping out videos. But today I happen to be free actually because
You
we have
made time
guys
for
working
us.
on the house. Well, we have guys working on the house all this week, so it's very loud during the day. So I had to get everything done on Monday. So I'm like here and ready to go
Nice.
now. Yeah.
I love that. Love that. Happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been a very busy week in terms of politics. You know, the usual stupidity, more Iran war fuckery, and perhaps an expansion of the Iran war. And now Saudi Arabia is teaming up with us to bomb Iraq. You have a Ukrainian missile hitting Iran, and then a little bit of tension there. But thankfully, it's seemingly boiled over. And yeah, on top of that, there was a story this week that came out that really it filled me with existential dread, like to such an unfathomable degree, because I'm not sure if you all heard about this, something that I never thought of. Maybe Rebecca heard about this, but apparently there is potential for like a biospreader global event because of the Iran war. Because if you have all of these ships sitting in the ocean in the same spot because the Strait of Hormuz is closed, then they develop all of these barnacles and shit. And so when the strait opens and they leave, they're going to spread that all around the world. And it's apparently not going to be very good for ecosystems throughout the globe. And there's never really been anything like this where this many ships have just stood there for months and months on end. So all the shit that's building up underneath them is soon going to be, or whenever the war's over, is going to be transported everywhere. So I was just thinking about that. And like, you know, you add the death of the coral reefs, the planet, you know, dying, and, you know, the way that that's going to also affect the economy, because that's apparently going to affect, you know, power supplies. It's a lot.
No, like I didn't want to learn this new thing. This was the thing I didn't.
You're welcome.
There's too many things. This is it. One too many. No, I'm going to be a denialist to whatever the fuck you just said. I don't think it's real. I think you're making it up, and I think it's fake news. And I don't think corals are real. And I think we live in a pre-coral society.
Corals lie.
Yeah, that sucks. What?
Yeah, and I just want to. Because what I said, it does sound very fake and sci-fi. I just want to go ahead and get the verbiage absolutely correct. I'm going to share the article that quotes the scientist here. I think it's like one marine biologist who is really trying to let people know about this. Super spreader biodiversity threat, scientists warn. So yeah, this is in the article.
Sense. The way you explained it perfectly, right? Like it's a very simple concept. If there's a whole bunch of exactly. Like I visualized that as soon as you started talking about it, and
Yeah.
So maybe we should be pro-war and just sink all the ships and save the world.
That's one way, or just keep the war going in perpetuity. That's another way to just
so they just
keep
never
them
move.
in that.
So they never move.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that, but it kind of surprises me that to say it's unprecedented because we just had the Evergreen Panama Canal thing just a couple of years ago. That was a similar situation with a bunch of ships stuck in a holding pattern, and we didn't see. I don't think that we saw that type of spread of invasive species. Yeah. So my bullshit detector is just pinging a little bit that this might be alarmist.
Okay.
But I don't know. I haven't read it, so it might be like
I'm gonna hang on to that,
valid,
Rebecca.
There'd be like one or two scientists who are like saying something, and the rest are like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, I am not a marine biologist, so if a marine biologist is saying anything, you should probably listen to them and not me, unless there are other marine biologists saying, "Don't worry about this." But that this is an issue that is becoming more prevalent, particularly as global warming ramps up, where we have these invasive species that decades ago would never have survived. For instance, I live in the Bay Area and the waters are very cold here. But there are algae and purple sea urchins are our biggest problem right now. But yeah, there are these species that couldn't have survived previously, yeah, they could catch a ride on these ships and end up in places that where they can overrun. Where 2 decades ago they wouldn't have been able to survive at all. So I'm not saying it's complete bullshit.
Right.
It's unfortunately it's well within within reality, our current horrible reality. But yeah, I wouldn't panic. But
Okay. That
I
makes
rarely-
that makes me feel a little bit better.
The fires? Should we be concerned about the fires?
No, they're in Canada. No one cares about the people there.
That's true.
Oh.
David, not this.
How about the smoke, though? You got to worry about the smoke.
We do. Yeah. No, I'm so happy here in the Bay Area that we have not been dealing with that yet, because we do have our fire season and it's horrific. And I live in a high fire zone. We have goats every year that come out and clear all the brush. So yeah, I'll be unfortunately empathizing with you very closely in the next couple months, probably.
Yeah, I love that we just have a fire season now. Every year. It's just
everywhere's on fire now, though. It's like France, Spain, like Morocco. Like there's a lot of countries are burning right at the same time.
Wherever there's trees, apparently.
Yeah, everywhere there's trees is on fire right now. I was like,
maybe we should get rid of those.
Ah, there you go.
That would solve the problem.
I mean, that would solve it itself. I mean,
maybe the fossil fuel companies were onto something. Just destroy it in the environment.
Just get rid of
we'll
those.
Save us all.
Yeah.
And not to spiral too much, but another thing that really bothers me about climate change is when you look around and you see just like this rise of anti-immigrant sentiment in the United States and Canada, throughout Europe. It's something that, I mean, it's never, to be clear, a good time to be a xenophobic, but especially now when over the next 50 years, you know, places around the world are going to become uninhabitable, sub-Saharan Africa, the Middle East, people are going to have to leave and we are going to have to accommodate them coming to our countries. You know, certain places will be better than others, you know, but hotspots will probably be North America, Canada, New Zealand, places in Europe.
Well, there's so many islands right now that, you know, won't exist in the next 20 years. And yeah, those people need to go somewhere. And where do they go? Yeah, there are a lot of knock-on effects. Something I think about a lot here in California, and how climate change gets into like every other aspect of a sort of progressive outlook, is how most of our firefighting is done by prisoners earning like $1 a day. Like we're basically using slave labor to fight fires. And it's like, what are we doing? Like there are just so many overlapping areas of monstrousness that it can feel very overwhelming. But I say that, and it's important to not be overwhelmed. Like doomerism is not helpful, and like these are still fixable problems. But yeah, it is kind of depressing.
Oh yeah, do you guys know who David Suzuki is? The Canadian, basically like legend. He's a scientist, nature of things. Anyways, there's a really, really popular ecologist in Canada, and his whole life has been dedicated to climate change. And right now, he's the one saying out loud, like, "Oh, it's all gonna burn. we're all done. Like,
we're past the point of no return, basically."
No, we're not. We're not.
I know. No. That's what I'm saying. I was like, David, we're not. We're really not.
Well, I mean, he's like 95 years old, so for
I know.
him,
He's very yes.
Yeah. But yeah, like so John Foley used to be, he used to run the Cal Academy here in San Francisco. And now he's with a group called Project Drawdown that focuses on climate science. And I've learned a lot from him about remaining calm. And like if you tell people we're past the point of no return, then like everybody on our side just gives up and they're like, well, okay, let's focus on something else.
Then it's like oil and cocaine party right away, like that day.
Right.
I mean, like,
might as well.
Yeah.
Get on a private jet.
Yeah, exactly. Buy all the cocaine, all the oil, and use it all at once. That's obviously that's what we're all thinking about all the time. I know.
Right. And especially when there are these like billionaires that are causing so much harm, it's like, well, individual action doesn't make a difference. Like what I'm doing is a drop in the bucket. So why care at all, you know? But that's unfortunately it's a bad feedback loop to get into.
No, I agree. That's a good point. To insert some, not hopium, but like positivity into the conversation, I will remind everybody that Lindsey Graham just died, and his eulogy was fucking hilarious. It was so good.
I couldn't bring myself to even like
funny.
pay attention. There's too much on my plate. I'm not going to be watching Lindsey Graham funeral.
Oh, David,
clips. Like
I saw Trump give a nice little pat to the.
I saw the tap. Yeah, I saw that.
Like a wrestler.
I mean, that was like, all right.
It was like that'll do, pig. That'll do.
Yeah, Trump reading off the teleprompter like everybody loved Lindsey. Well, and I'm like, oh, he's
I haven't seen any of this. Do you have clips? I want to see.
I have that one too.
The full thing is, believe it or not, pretty short for Trump standards. It's 14 minutes. We don't have to watch all of it, but there's some bangers in there where he's like, he never met a war he didn't like, and it's like,
yeah.
This is accurate. This is actually accurate. Okay.
Yeah, and like the sad thing about Trump is that he can no longer tell a joke. Like he doesn't understand. Like the past few events he's done has made it clear. Like he can no longer. He used to be very funny. Like say what you will, but he could like he had some bangers. But these days he's reading off of a teleprompter and he just doesn't understand what he's saying, and he doesn't understand like basic, you know, like punchlines. But when he like goes off cuff, like it's so unintentionally funny. He's just like, yeah, he's just, I mean, he was kind of a piece of shit, but you know, here we are. Like, really
yeah, I feel like with this eulogy, we got a little bit of classic Trump. Not all of it, of course, because he's never going to be back to 100%. His brain is melting out of his ears. But some of the lines about Lindsey was just, it was really phenomenal. And that's not even taking into account Sean Hannity, who's just, it was almost Dave Rubin-esque, where he was like, we've got the cabinet here, Susie Wiles, Pete Hegseth. He just lists them all because he doesn't know what to say about Lindsey. And he loved Donald Trump. He has a Mar-a-Lago-like mansion in heaven. Just, it honestly felt so disrespectful, low-key, but I loved every second of it because, I mean, it's appropriate for Lindsey Graham. He was a demon, and even the people who knew him the best and loved him the best really didn't give a fuck about him.
I wish I believed in an afterlife so I could like truly appreciate Lindsey like looking up from hell and seeing what's going on in his name. I think like they really try to emphasize how funny he was, and I don't remember if it was Trump or JD Vance. One of them told an anecdote about like a funny joke he made about how something was so boring they should use it on like the prisoners in Guantanamo Bay. And it's like, wow, he made a human torture joke, did he? And you all laughed. Like,
my God.
Yeah, just a nightmare person. I love it.
Yeah. It was just a nice surprise because we were all expecting to see the headline about Mitch McConnell, and then we get Lindsey Graham, and somebody on Twitter,
is that happening? Are they forging his signature right now? Is that a real thing that is happening? Because I've seen content creators, so it's happening. That this is a real thing.
I mean, none of us know for sure. It's all speculation, to be clear.
Wait, I don't know about this.
So, like, large content creators are uploading videos, including, I think, what's his face, Adam McIntyre. He's got to be over 1 million subs. He's like some big. Maybe I'm mispronouncing his last name, but they're showing pictures of documents that have been signed by Mitch McConnell, and people are saying like that's not his signature. Like now, there's people coming forward to be like, you know, and they're like experts in calligraphy and stuff like that. Like no, these are like it's not passing like the 76% test or whatever. So like someone is signing documents or forging documents for him. Like that's the state of
or it's him, but he's not 75%. So it's like his signature is just like 25% of what it was. Because he can't be in a good state. So it's possible he's signing them, but they're just like, here, Mitch, and he has no idea what's going on. He's like, whatever. Like he just like
I didn't even see it. You're right. That's
They're
true.
like, this is the order form for more pudding. He's like, oh, pudding.
Yeah, I feel like and there are different theories, but the consensus seems to be that most people assume he is in a vegetative state, hooked up to a machine, and he just told them, if anything happens, you keep him alive as long as possible out of spite. And it really is a way to go out. Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky, is like, he's destroying his legacy. It's like, actually, this is exactly what he would have wanted. This is on par. It's like one last fuck you to the country. It's perfectly appropriate for Mitch McConnell.
I do like that Bashir came out and said, like, why do you guys want me to replace him? Like, it's actually great that he's missed all these votes, because that's something that I was definitely thinking, like, he's just going to get replaced by another Republican, right? Like, I don't know all the ins and outs of the process, but it seems like this is a good thing. Like, yeah, let him miss those votes, right?
No, you're 1,000% right. I didn't know about this, but apparently I think it was 2024 or before Andy Beshear came to power, they passed a law so that way in the event there was a death or a senator could no longer perform his duties, he would not be replaced by the sitting governor like, you do in all other states. And it's because they knew the Democrat would put in a Democrat if Mitch McConnell, who's 1,000 years old, died. So again, like, it's another one of those stories of he's playing 4D chess. He's ahead of all of us. And if Democrats were half as savvy and ruthless as he was, not towards the left, but like towards fascists, we would be an entirely different country right now. But like, I saw somebody say on Twitter, it was so funny. Like, we were all expecting, Mitch McConnell to die. So we got Lindsey Graham because it's like, we had to get a snack because the appetizer was taking too long, or the main dish was taking too long or something like that. I fucked it up. But like, it was just like, something had to satiate us because we were all hungry for the headline that we were all expecting to see anytime. And then it's like, no, you get Lindsey Graham. It's like, sure, I'll take that. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I was definitely one of those people that did a double take that morning. I woke up and was like, oh, yeah, okay, it's confirmed. Wait a minute. That's not the elderly Republican I was expecting.
Yeah, no,
but I'll take it.
Just no, it's been such a nice little pleasant surprise. Yeah. I'll play a little bit of Trump's eulogy here. Maybe I'll put it at like 1.5 speed, just so that way.
I haven't seen it.
Or I don't know, is it funny or regular? I don't know. What should I do?
Well, it's 14 minutes. Are we gonna watch the whole thing?
No, we won't watch the whole thing.
Give me a taste. Just a little taste.
The highlights. I don't know.
Okay, I'll play a little bit. I just want
to the good stuff.
Yeah, let me see. So, okay, here we go. A little bit in, but
the one and only Lindsey Graham, by the strength of his steadfast,
I'm already laughing.
The force of his magnetic personality, and the goodness of his noble soul, Lindsey rose from a small town in rural South Carolina.
You can tell he's bored already.
To become a constant fixture of American politics at the highest level, and a force to be reckoned with all over the world. For more than 30 years, nothing of consequence happened in this capital without Lindsey Graham knowing about it. Nothing of significance happened anywhere in the world without Lindsey Graham having a view on it. And no bill became law in the most exceptional republic in human history without Lindsey Graham having a say in it. He was a man who gave America the full measure of his good and mighty heart until that heart itself just gave out. But even though Lindsey's life was cut short while he was
that's a great line.
Still so full of vim and vigor, there can be no doubt that he lived absolutely to the fullest. He died doing the work he was born to do. He was truly a great politician, serving the country he loved to serve so deeply. He went out at the peak of his career, at the top of his game, as a legend that everyone of us, many of us here today,
why is he
to know him.
Why is he?
A friend
why is he
that
talking
none of
like?
us will ever forget. There was truly nobody like Lindsey Graham.
He's talking like a basketball star just dropped dead on the court.
Central South Carolina that Lindsey first learned the art of politics.
I mean, he kind of won the
His parents
championship with
ran
Iran Wars, so
pool
maybe
Got that
hall on
Iran
Main
Wars.
Street,
True.
with a room in the back where the family spent. And
Go a little bit further past
but in God's
the,
mercy,
Jesus.
who was Lindsey
childhood
first
stuff.
stormed into Washington with
14 minutes is a
legislative bodies. He secured record
Right.
funding for our military as a
I guarantee it was longer
budget
for
committee
Trump.
chairman. He delivered the largest investment in border
But
security
he
in
hates
history. And last year, he shepherded the passage of the largest tax cuts in American
it's
history,
one of his
the
speeches
great,
now.
big, beautiful bill. Had a lot of Lindsey goodies in there, too, I can tell you. And, of course, he was also a great
Yeah, well,
champion
boy,
of the
I don't-
United States
I don't want to
Supreme
hear the
Court.
words Lindsay's
His
goodies
impassioned
together.
defense of a wonderful person, a great gentleman, Justice Kavanaugh, ended a disgraceful attack on this very good man and gave us one of the greatest moments the Senate has ever seen. It was a truly monumental moment in Senate history. I believe it was Lindsey's perhaps finest hour. But no matter how heated things got in Washington, virtually everyone, Republican or Democrat, liked
Oh, here we go.
Lindsey. Well, not everybody, but it sounds good. Not everybody. He was a tough cookie.
my God.
Okay, I have to veer from this for a second. He was a tough cookie, darling, but he was beautiful. But he was also ready with a
beautiful.
joke, a gleam in his eye after being lectured on the excruciating details of patent law by a
Oh, here it
fellow
is. Yeah.
senator during a flight. Lindsey declared that he had discovered a new form of enhanced interrogation and torture for the Guantanamo Bay area. He said this is really bad stuff and boring. And while he was an incredibly hard worker, he was not exactly an early riser, as
Can you
many
pause
of you know.
it? Can you pause it?
When
'Cause I didn't realize these were back-to-back moments, but this is a perfect encapsulation of how Trump is still funny, unintentionally so, when he's off script, but he could not deliver that joke to save his life. He was just floundering. Like, he didn't understand the joke. And also the joke was about how much he loved torture. Like, there's just so many good layers to this.
It's amazing. I will say I'm so impressed by his ability to stay on topic. Like, he really is focused on Lindsey Graham. He's not veering off into the election conspiracy or whatever the fuck he might talk about, the ballroom. You know, you could have expected him to say Lindsey's last words was he wanted that ballroom built, but he's not. He's just staying on Lindsey, which is impressive.
Actually, I think
he loves Lindsey Graham. He loves him.
I think he does wrap up by like talking about how Graham loved the big beautiful bill, doesn't he? Or maybe
He mentioned it at the beginning. I haven't made it that far, if I'm being honest.
Fair.
I am disappointed we didn't get a line where it's like, many people said that he was gay, but he had a very, very beautiful girlfriend. Beautiful. One of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen. Like something like that, but we didn't get it.
I never saw him being gay.
Very disrespectful to him.
No, he could have. He was a beautiful man.
But, you know, gay, speaking of gay, Barney Frank in that purple shirt with his nipples protruding, that was so unacceptable. Like, I wanted something like that.
That's a throwback.
We still got it.
Yeah.
We still got a great speech, though.
I
let's
think
see.
that's actually part of the problem. I think that someone has coached Trump on how now that his brain is just like a blubbering mess, I think somebody has coached him like, you just have to read off of the teleprompter. Don't do anything else. And I think that's why we're getting these moments where he's like angry. Like the other thing he did recently, it was the White House Correspondents' Dinner where he was trying to read these jokes and they were terrible and not landing because they weren't funny and his delivery was bad. And he was just like angry about it. You could tell like somebody has reined him in and he's very angry about it. As am I. Like let the man cook. Like let him go.
And let the freak flag fly.
I'll pull up some clips from that too, because that was also really, I mean, it was one of his worst performances ever, but it was the Daily Show. Yeah, it was uncomfortable. The Daily Show actually had a really great breakdown of that. Jon Stewart was going through like specific moments, and they were very, very brutal. And yeah, you could tell he was mad for sure.
Yeah, like that's why I think somebody gave him a talking to, and he doesn't like it.
I think you're right, because I mean, you have to kind of put up some barriers. Like, what are those, like when you're bowling and you got to put up those bumpers so it doesn't go into the gutter? Like, they've got to do that.
Yeah.
Lane bumpers, yeah, because he's not going to be able to just go forward. He's going to veer off. He even calls it the fucking weave. He has a name for it. And it's just so much worse now that he's older.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, let me go a little bit further. Oh, here we go. I think we're getting to the war part. That's the good part.
Him to serve 33 years in uniform in the Air Force and Air Force Reserves and Air National Guard, even while he was in office. And it was this conviction that took him as a senator to almost every country on earth, confronting America's adversaries and standing up for America's friends. He had tremendous friendships all over the world. It's a testament to his towering impact that among those mourning him here today are leaders, presidents, prime ministers from all over the globe. They're sitting right here before you. Lindsay met countless world leaders, yet wherever he went, he was always the same Lindsey Graham. When he met Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi in a tent in the desert, he told him, "I expected something out of the Arabian Nights. This looks more like a Winnebago." That was not a good statement to make at the time. And when he met the Dalai Lama, Lindsay looked him straight in the eyes and said, "So, can you really levitate?" The Dalai Lama was not happy with that. But no matter how high he rose, he never forgot where he came from. There's probably not a single town in South Carolina where Lindsay did not help repair a bridge, expand a school, improve a hospital,
He didn't even
or
say, "Can you
recover
make
from
me
a
one with everything?"
disaster.
Yeah, no.
He was a force of nature, and I will miss him greatly. As you remember, Lindsay and I did not exactly get off to the best of starts.
Oh, this part is
running
amazing.
against each other. Back in 2016, Lindsay said something rather nasty on his flight to becoming the next president of the United States. So naturally, I did something that I shouldn't have done. I shared his personal cell phone number with the millions of people that happened to be watching that particular day as I made a speech, a very important speech. And I remember the number 202-228-0292 if anybody wants to give it a shot. His phone exploded. He said, "I had that number for 20 years. His phone totally, I don't know what he did with it, but it exploded." That was the beginning of a friendship in a way. But it was Lindsay who had the last laugh, because while I blew up his phone all for one day, we became great friends, and Lindsay did not stop calling me for the next 10 years. It was nutty.
Oh my God.
I always cherish the memories of our golf games, and only because of his really, and I will say this memorial service, it's so hard to say, a memorial service for Lindsay, it's hard to say. But I'll admit that one time Lindsey Graham and Annika Sorensen actually beat me and Gary Player together. Can you believe that? Annika played very well that
jump
day,
ahead.
actually.
Yeah.
Of his mother. From that pool, most important to the highest levels, too seriously. Wanted to waited for him to quit, but he would never quit. Above all, Lindsey Graham loved America, and he believed in the American people. If you shared that view, you had a friend in Lindsey. If you didn't share it, there was no fiercer or more constant opponent. Our nation needs more men and women like that great person sitting, laying, wherever he
forgot
may
his
be. I
name.
think I know where he is, and I think he's up there. I think he's watching us. I'm pretty sure of it.
Where is his
Scripture
corpse?
tells us that blessed is the man who
Women.
remains steadfast under trial. For when he
I love how he forgot his name, but he remembered the fucking number that he doxed from Lindsey Graham. This is insane.
Yeah. That was, and again, that was Trump at his peak.
Yes.
Giving out Lindsey Graham's phone number. Funny.
Oh yeah, no, that was good. That was old school Trump.
Okay, I'm missing let me pull up the transcript because I want to get to the war part. I don't know what portion of that this was. Let me see here. Oh, the comments are turned off. Let me see.
Well, there was a documentary that leaked footage of Lindsey Graham talking about basically like pushing Trump into this war, like working with Israel.
Oh, that clip is damning. Oh yeah, and he is horrifying, bloodthirsty, and clearly like that man. We are in a better world now that he's no longer here.
I'll pull that clip up. Yeah,
you watch that clip. That's all you can think.
Not like masturbating to that once the cameras were off.
Unapologetically evil and just like, oh man, is it wonderful that he's not around to do that stuff anymore?
Yeah, it's so good that he's dead.
Yes, like objectively speaking, objectively.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. 100.
Okay, this is the last portion I'll play here. It's the hawkish. He was extremely hawkish portion.
He was extremely hawkish. I will tell you, he never saw a war that he didn't like. Only his true friends would understand that, but he wanted...
Oh, sweetie, we all understand that.
We all get that, actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a secret.
Okay, so this is the documentary piece in question where he was, I don't know, I think this was just after the war was launched. He was reacting to the war, and he was, I'll just play it. It's just so disturbing.
Virtually everything they have has been knocked out now. Their missile count is going way down. No. Amazingly, they're hitting countries that
Look what we've done here.
I know.
I almost cried.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how long have we been pushing this?
Well, you've been pushing this for years, right?
Right. It's here. I talked to Trump this morning.
It's literally...
Oh, he's jacked.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I've ever done. He loves blowing stuff up. So, you know, there are a lot of people inside didn't want to do it. So I've had my challenges. But President Trump, when he gets into the zone, he listens, he asks good questions, you know, no tweeting. He has done he hadn't tweeted much at all, no drama. He's been a great wartime president. I said last night that Trump and Bibi are like Roosevelt and Churchill. I mean, they're the right two guys to confront this evil.
Like Hitler and Mussolini.
Yeah.
I can't speak to the rest of the documentary, obviously, but I'm cautiously optimistic because of that close-up on his soft little baby hands as he's talking about the war, and then the cough, like a Chekhov's cough right there. Like, you're gonna die soon.
And he did.
Just knowing that the end was coming near makes the clip a little bit more tolerable.
It does.
He's not long for this world. What he gets to experience what he wished for so many others, and that's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Yep. He's ladybug food now.
Oh God.
That's my little ladybugs.
My little ladybugs.
I just got a really bad visual. I need to stop thinking about that.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so I have let me update my timestamps really quick for the VODs, but I have the Trump White House correspondent dinner. I'm not sure what clip this is. Like, it's long, so I'm not going to get to specifics, but like, here's just one clip that I'll play. This is, I'm not sure what this is, but hopefully it gives us a good representation of what the whole thing was like.
The other day, a senator I knew got a text, a great guy, from his wife. And she said, when you get home, I want to have you immediately come up the stairs and make love to me. And he said, I can't do both. You know what? In other words, can't go up the stairs and make love. Does anybody get that? Well, I thought that was...
Whoa. Oh, I didn't know it was
that was
this
actually
bad.
the only thing I thought was
Oh
good
my
in this
God.
whole freaking stupid speech that they wrote. That was the only good one, and that went down with not exactly great laughter. I think, in other words, you can't go up the stairs and make love.
Is he reviewing himself?
God, he's terrible.
Keep explaining
Does anybody
this.
understand
Keep
this
explaining.
stuff?
Dear God, I know.
Okay, so we don't need to watch Brian Tyler Cohen, but yeah, that's a small snapshot of an entire meandering speech where he'll start a joke, he'll then go somewhere completely differently, and then oftentimes he'll say, "Who wrote that?" He said it like 3 times, I want to say. He said that, "Who wrote that?" And he would complain about the way that they wrote the jokes, and then he'd loop in like some actual grievances. It was fucking crazy, and it's so annoying because it was one of those speeches that you can't just like, you can't get a clear picture of it by watching one clip. I mean, I think that was a pretty good clip, but like
that
all
was
throughout it,
indicative of it. Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't encourage
he
people to watch the whole thing, but
like he can't deliver a punchline because he doesn't really understand the joke in the first place, and his mind just defaults back to the who wrote that, because like the first time that was done in like 1963 at the Academy Awards or something, it killed. But now it's like you could have read this beforehand. Like what?
That would require effort.
Yeah, he's not doing that.
Yeah. So that's that's a little bit of a taste of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. If you want to watch the full thing, I believe it's over an hour long. So it's kind of it's a mix of Trump trying to tell jokes and just a campaign rally, and it is very hard to listen to. It's not funny like the Lindsey Graham eulogy. It's actually cringeworthy because it's a Michael Scott moment from The Office, but like worse. Just the level of secondhand embarrassment.
You're like, it's not funny like Lindsey Graham's funeral, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah, nothing stopped that. That was a banger.
No,
that was
top 10. It was like Obama on Between Ferns level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a couple things that came on my radar. So I don't know why this is happening, but I'll let you decide what you all are interested in. There's the rise of like Haley Stevens parodies that are popping up. There is also I'm learning,
Mike.
Huh?
Don't be sexist.
I won't be sexist.
You betcha. I can do it if you want.
Rebecca can do it. Yeah. They're really good. They're so good though.
A little bit of joy. A little bit of enthusiasm.
Sock it to him.
Honestly, I don't think she like, to me she sounds like a 1930s like gangster movie. That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I hear her. It's like, we're gonna get him with a little bit of joy.
It's like watching Dick Tracy or something. It's just like
take
this is
back and shoot him in the head.
No way.
all of my like Twitter bookmarks are Haley Stevens parodies right now, and this weird Zionist YouTuber who is blowing up because she's like, okay, this is a new thing. It's the feet lady. Yeah, I don't even know. Somebody called it cooter mogging. I don't even know if that's. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. And
I need an explanation for each phrase you just said.
Once you see the image, you'll understand.
Yeah, I think this is a visual. I think you'll need to. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's TOS because it's.
That's the thing. I don't know if you can play this because it's basically
she's clothed.
She is clothed.
I mean, it's very.
You can't show feet on Twitch. You got to blur the feet out.
She's doing feet.
You can't show feet on Twitch.
Oh,
really?
It's not like feet pics. She's in a very what some might describe as provocative pose, of which you can clearly see the outline of what some have said is a vulva, and she's talking about war crimes and how great the IDF is and how Palestinians should die. So it's a very disturbing,
also very racist. Like very fucking like explicitly racist.
Yes.
Yes.
I usually can't compete with like super hot influencers, but in this case, I do have a really high score on WikiFeet. So is this should I jump into this and like offer?
We may need to compete there. Yeah. I mean, it may if this is going to actually get conservatives. Yeah, we'll have to compete somehow. People are not going to want to see my feet.
Feet first.
There you go.
Like if we can't play the video, we could at least like show a screenshot, maybe with the feet cropped out or something.
We know what's banned on Twitch. Everybody, don't get excited.
Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll play a little snippet. Has he? Okay. I'll play a snippet,
Well,
okay?
let's
And
see.
then for a palate cleanser, I'll show a parody that I think does a good job. There's a lot of parodies popping up, and I don't know if the algorithm thinks I need parodies because I'm maybe depressed or something. I don't know. Okay. Let me just play a tiny bit of
Tendo's
it.
down. I should have gone with that. Sorry, I discovered chat. I realized there's like a thing that I could check. So now I'm reading chat, and somebody had a better joke than me. Sorry, go on.
Actually, let me see.
I was saying Adam Mockler went to school. That's who I meant to say earlier. Adam Mockler.
Oh, he
not
did
Adam.
go to school with her.
Adam McIntyre. I mistook Adam Mockler. Yeah, Adam Mockler was who I was talking about.
Okay, I think I'll play this one.
What are we talking about
Beyond
again?
WX.
Who?
A Zionist genocide lover with good feet.
It's more like pro Zionist thirst trap content, but this one is just
I see. I
so
can see
weird
what
and
Mike is pulling up. I don't know if the feet is the part that really is the. If you were to say,
I'm not
the feet, I think there's something else that's more.
There is certainly something else that is more.
That takes the spotlight here.
One thing I'll say before I play this for you, like it might seem ridiculous on its face and like a gimmick, the reception to her from conservatives is very positive. So she is quickly building an audience off of this.
Of course it is.
And yeah, there's no dunking, there's no
They're not gonna
clowning.
be like, I hate this. Like,
yeah. So this is the video of
I
her name
already
is.
hate this.
Right? That's what I thought when I saw the people and screenshots. I was like, I hate everything about this. I don't want to.
Why is she posed like a sex doll? Okay.
Yeah, everything's
yeah. Okay.
Can we please stop addressing Ilhan Omar as a congresswoman? I mean, she's literally a fraud. This is a person who came to the USA to corrupt its people and resources. She went from negative $65,000 net worth to over $30 million and denies it. She denies it and she blames it on an accounting error.
ridiculous.
That's not all. Then there's the winery with.
Okay, you get the point. So she just.
You're right. It was feet and
seen it.
vulva and tits. Like,
Yeah,
somebody
it's so
in
ridiculous.
chat said they couldn't figure out if she was AI or not, and I get it. Like, as soon
Yeah,
as I saw
she
that, I
seems
was
like AI to me.
Somebody plugged.
I thought the same thing.
The
She's
prompt
definitely
was,
real.
Like, I need feet, tits, and vulva. Like,
I will say it sounds very much like she's reading a script, which is not surprising, but also it doesn't seem like a script that she wrote because she doesn't seem really like comfortable reading it or saying certain words. Like it seems like this wasn't her idea. Not to belittle her in any way, but it's just how it comes across in her delivery.
yeah,
Mhm.
no, I
Also,
agree. That
I saw a really weird defense online where someone was like, in Latin American countries, there's beautiful women who like have bikinis who do the news and the weather all the time. And I was like, yeah, that's the news and the weather. Like she starts talking about the IDF.
and they also like they're like actually I think doing the weather in a bikini is different from like sitting in a chair and just like
I know.
It's like trying to play it off as like casual, but it's not. Like it's purely intentional.
Right. Well, and what's crazy is that
I'm so glad I was wearing socks when I did that because you guys aren't. You're not getting that for free.
It's honestly diabolical though, because like the target is these sexually repressed conservatives, right? And if they're, young conservatives in particular, they're a lot more skeptical of Israel than older conservatives. So how do you get them to consume Israeli talking points? You give it to them in a format that they're like able to digest. It's like when you give your dog, a pill that you have to put in cheese. That's what they're doing. This is how they're delivering Zionism to young conservative men.
I'll be honest, maybe I'll end up, eating pie over this in terms of, someone coming out with proof that there was some sort of, propaganda payment behind this or something. But it comes across to me like someone had the idea to take off like as a, big influencer and make a lot of money off of views. And this was it. Like, I don't think
you're
there's
right.
anything more behind it. I don't think there's some sort of government play from Israel behind it.
I think that's it. I think it's grifter. It's grifter shit.
Someone
Because
was just like, what if we do like OnlyFans type content, but while you're doing that stuff, you're delivering right-wing politics like commentary.
Well, yeah, and they probably saw the news of, Dave Rubin and those guys getting that payday just for doing what they were already doing. So
Yeah.
let's just
the
do
tenant
this
scandal, yeah.
and then wait for Israel to just cut us a check.
Preemptive.
Like it's genius.
I am for sale.
It is genius.
Tenants can be bought.
Yeah. Well, was it like up to $7,000 per post that Israel was paying some influencers? I don't know.
9,000. Some
9,000.
Like
wow.
For Haley Stevens, right?
Well, for a bunch of them, like a lot of
For
influencers.
Stevens, they were paying like 1,000 or 1,500 for influencers, but the Israel government was paying. The one that I saw was 7,000, but it could be more, like Lance said, because they are doubling down on their effort to influence American politics. Just because right now, it's nobody likes them. So yeah. But this is like I looked a little bit into this lady's profile, and she just seemed like a regular person up until recently, where she just started to post right-wing propaganda. So I feel like this is kind of a shtick because she wants to be famous.
She was doing like your typical like Instagram glamour shots and stuff.
Right. There was nothing necessarily political there.
Yeah.
And for the record, I don't think it's wrong for people to do OnlyFans type content. I just think that like it's this right here, like being targeted to the right, the way that this disgusting commentary is being sold is just so bizarre. It makes me feel like I'm living in like a worse version of Idiocracy.
Hey, I think being an OnlyFans model is a respectable career. It's being a right-wing influencer that's disgusting to me.
100%.
Yes.
This is a classic case of in real life, like no bad tactics, just bad targets. Like somebody wants to go be an OnlyFans model and sit on a chair with their knees spread in a jumpsuit showing their vulva and their titties. And they want to talk about the basic humanity of Palestinian people. I love that. Like, you should do that.
Well, Rebecca, I'm glad that you said that because the popularity. Do I have a treat for you? So the popularity has spawned a lot more parodies, and this is one of the many.
Oh, okay.
So mostly it's all AI. Netanyahu's head, with his legs spread. I think there's a Bernie Sanders one. This is a real one of somebody doing the polar opposite.
Oh my God.
I mean, what are we doing, folks? Like, what the fuck? She's actually really funny, to replicate.
It's already been manifested.
I am going after this. I'm throwing money at her. I am signing up for OnlyFans or whatever she's on.
I don't know. So she's a Twitch streamer. So I don't know if she's actually a model. Okay. This is her handle. If you all can see that, shag is a bad word.
Shag is a bad word.
Yeah, shag is a bad word.
I think I know who we're rating after Leftist Mafia tonight, right?
Yes,
very clear.
But I'll play this for you so you can see. It's a really quick clip.
Israel has been committing genocide on Palestinians way before 2023. But the fact that now Israel is paying sex workers on OnlyFans to promote Zionism? Well, two can play at this game, bitch. Okay?
Very well done.
Wow. I'm so glad I could segue that for you. I didn't even mean to.
Oh, it was phenomenal. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I have a hard time segueing sometimes. They're a little rough, but that was perfect.
I'm here for you.
And that's just my algorithm now. Just like
just
people
talking about the Israel
and now you're straight.
Yeah,
as a homosexual male. I mean, it's like my personal hell. No,
your algorithm's got to be really confused right now. Actually, after years of male content, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what's Mike looking at here?
This is actual conversion therapy.
You know what though? I have never really gotten recommended male content on Twitter. The most prominent was the P in bio posts. And because I would like engage with them, like just ironically, then it started recommending a lot of other stuff. So I'd be like scrolling through my phone and my husband's right there. And all of a sudden you just see like a shot very close of something happening. And I'm like, whoa, did not expect to see that. my God. You know, I'm not like a pearl clutcher or like freaking out. I'm just like, I just was startled. I wasn't, you know, one minute it's a cute puppy picture, another it's a Nazi talking about something, and then I just see, you know, penetration.
I will say though, as someone who has been hit on by more gay men in my life than any women, I now see that there might be, as a political streamer, an opening for me for this type of content.
So to speak.
I should be. There's a market. What am I doing? I'm gonna just right now. I'm whipping it out. All right, let's do this.
Oh, it's an exclusive. You heard it here first, folks. I get a lot of ads, like on Instagram and YouTube and stuff for prep. So I get like a lot of prep ads and also like ads in Spanish. And I don't know why, but like I feel like that speaks highly of me. That the algorithm thinks that I'm a Hispanic gay man for some reason.
I don't think I've gotten any like targeted ads for prep, but I swear to God,
really?
anytime.
I get them all the time.
I don't think I've seen any targeted ones, but when I watch like Hulu or like Peacock or something and the ad is playing, every single time it's prep. I think because of like my demographic, my age. Well, they don't know that.
Wait, do you watch a lot of Bravo?
No, I don't.
Then I can't answer this. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I thought it was maybe because I do watch Bravo, but
that could do it.
Yeah, no, you would think so. But one thing that is crazy is, you know, like there's the whole Benny Johnson where he got the targeted ad of the gay cruise.
That's
I've never
right.
seen anything on par with that. Never, never, ever. So his search history has to be fucking wild to get something like that. Like that's a very specific demographic. You're not just gay, but like you have the capital to go on a cruise with other gay people only and the time to do that. Like that's a very specific thing. Like the demographic can't be very large. So yeah, I don't know what he was doing to get that. Maybe he was like
I watched so much Below Deck, actually, now that you mention it. I'm surprised I haven't gotten any ads for a gay cruise, but
right.
Yeah,
I just feel like, are they that common? Like, is there that much of a demand for it? Are there that many gay people to go on a cruise? Like, who would want, because who wants to go on a cruise? I mean, you get every disease imaginable on cruises. You start pandemics on a cruise. And I don't know, that just seems like a bad idea.
Look, we're already shitting ourselves from lettuce on dry land. You might as well go have fun. You know. Go.
Is that still getting worse? I saw that was at like 18,000.
It is, Lance. Yeah, it's getting worse. Yeah.
It is.
And I will be honest, I have tried to not take this seriously because, I mean, I still am very much worried about COVID, you know, try to mask up whenever I go out in public. I usually go out super late, but in general, it's like, okay, I can't have this extra thing to worry about. This is not fatal. So I'm just going to live my life and let the chips fall where they may. And on that note, I had a lot of lettuce. I don't know why. Like I eat a lot of salads. I also had like shredded iceberg lettuce. I convinced myself that I got this shit and I felt fine. But just like a little twitch in my stomach, I'm like, what did I do? Oh no.
I was literally like 2 hours ago, I was at the grocery store here, and in California, we are cleared, not at risk. And yet I wanted to get spinach for tonight's dinner, and I went over and it was all Taylor Farms stuff. And I just looked at it, it was just like, we could just throw some frozen spinach in the pasta. It's fine. Like I know it's a low risk, but I don't feel like shitting my brains out right now.
Yeah, I feel like spinach isn't worth it. It's not worth it. Like it's spinach and like lettuce that good that you have to have it.
I thought it was iceberg.
I'm a nerd. I love spinach.
Fresh spinach is delicious. Like I could have that as like a replacement for
growing it
lettuce.
myself and I failed, but yeah, I love spinach. So this is actually very hard for me.
So to be clear, you can't eat spinach. You can't eat like any romaine, anything. Just has to.
Yeah,
No,
I mean the problem
have
is
romaine, but romaine you can pull the leaves off the outside. So we always keep romaine on hand if I'm not currently growing it. So yeah, you can just pull the leaves off the outside, but spinach usually comes like it's just loose leaf, and that
Right.
you're just fucked if it's infected.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where like I think you have to boil it to kill the disease, which who wants to boil their lettuce? And even, it's Taylor Farms. That's like, I believe the epicenter of the outbreak, but a lot of other companies get their lettuce from Taylor Farms. So you could unknowingly get diarrhea lettuce. And it's one of the, and this happened, by the way, during Trump's first term. I can't remember what it was. I think there was an E. coli outbreak with the lettuce. And there was a time in around 2018, 2019, where you could not find lettuce, at least in Portland. They were all gone from the shelves because they pulled them actually because there was some E. coli outbreak somewhere. And yeah, it was just too much of a risk. So every time Trump becomes president, we get lettuce that wants to kill us or make us shit our brains out.
Well, lettuce is usually the vector for these things simply because we don't normally cook our lettuce here in the US and Canada. And so that kills it. If it's on like meat products or something, you cook it and it kills it. But anything fresh is going to be more dangerous. And with Trump, like the problem is that like during Biden, there were also a lot of recalls and stuff for lettuce and other fresh produce. It happens constantly. But the fact that you do get a notice and stores pull the things off the shelves is a sign that the system is working in part. Like if it were
Right.
working better, yes, it wouldn't have happened. However, there's always going to be something that falls through the cracks. And for that, you need these people working with the CDC and the FDA working together to identify outbreaks before they get out of control and then identify the source, which for some things like E. coli can be a fairly direct thing. Like this person A ate this and got sick immediately, it's traced back to this. But with the current outbreak, this bug is very difficult to trace. In the past, during the Biden administration, for instance, it took them a week to figure out where it was coming from and nip it in the bud. And in this case, you can see it happen where they did triangulate it to Taylor Farms, but then they backtracked because Taylor Farms was throwing money at Trump, and they're like, oh, maybe it's not Taylor Farms, and like we literally can trust Taco Bell because Taco Bell actually has amazing they know exactly where all of their produce comes from, and when something goes wrong, they pinpoint it and get rid of it. But now, like, there's a bunch of people that think, oh, Taco Bell's the problem. Like, Maha Blast is a very funny thing to call this, but it does Taco Bell dirty to act like this is like a them thing, when it's really like a Trump
Right.
administration thing. So yeah, it's probably Taylor Farms. Midwest is the worst aspect of it. Avoid loose leaf lettuce and stuff. Washing gets rid of some, not all. And if you buy like the whole thing, like the lettuce or the romaine or whatever, remove the outer leaves, and then
okay.
you're much more likely
You're
to be
saying
fine.
eat more Taco Bell. Taco Bell cannot hurt you, is what I heard.
Yeah. Taco Bell is perfect and can do no wrong. I have
It's medical advice officially.
I am a doctor. No, we are home to the most beautiful Taco Bell on planet Earth in Pacifica.
nice.
If you want to Google it, there's a window on the outside where surfers can walk up and order without tracking sand in. And I'm there all the time because I surf, and it's horrible that I actually hate Taco Bell these days because they don't have enough like vegetarian stuff. When I was in high school, I loved a chicken soft taco supreme, but I don't want a bean burrito. It's not that good. But
wow,
I used to be a
This
big
is
Taco Bell
beautiful.
person myself.
I love
and,
Taco Bell. I don't have it a lot.
I feel like it's gone down a little bit.
that's it. That's the one.
Wow.
So yeah,
Whoa,
I
dude,
parked.
this is Taco
I
Bell.
parked just to the right of that, and
That's very
in the
cool.
back of it, on the ocean side, yeah, there's like a little window, and it's a cantina now, so you can get slushy alcoholic beverages, which I
Oh,
do.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
The future.
That is a
that's
bougie
future.
Taco Bell. I love it.
yeah, it's been there for many years. It's awesome. Yeah, and that's Lindemar. That's the best place one of the best places in the U.S. to learn to surf. So.
Wow. Okay.
If any of
Good
you
to
ever
know.
want to learn to surf, I will take you, teach you how to surf, and then take you to
You
the
can go eat at the
Bell
Taco
for-
Bell.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for a
I will take you up
diarrhea
on that.
free taco.
Sounds right.
Well, folks, this segment has been brought to you by Taco Bell. Go to leftistmafia.com/Taco Bell. Use code podcast to get 50% off of your bean and cheese burrito.
I am funded by like the APAC version of the fast food industry. I don't know if you knew that, but
so that would be Pizza Hut, Burger King.
yeah.
Yum
I'm at
Brands,
Taco
yeah.
Bell.
Yeah.
It's Yum Brands, I think, right? I don't know if Taco Bell falls into that category. I know they're a big umbrella.
I think it might be. Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and KFC are all together.
Okay.
They're all on the BDS list. Yeah.
I used to love KFC a long time ago, but anytime I ate there, it was not good. So it just depends. Their mac and cheese was just like out of this world. That was like my go-to. And yeah, it was bad for
guys,
you.
speaking of delicious food, I need to go.
That's a good
eat.
segue. That's the segue right there. Damn, someone's good at this.
Rebecca, thank you so much for coming on. Before you go, though, tell everybody where to find you.
Yes, and actually, before I go, I want to apologize, particularly to Lance, but also to anybody in the audience who was here last week when I didn't think I could do the show because I had a lot of other stuff going on. And then I thought that I could do it, and I got like really focused on like I would like to be on the show, but you guys had already started, and so I DM'd Lance several times, and then I
wasn't checking my Blue Sky DMs,
and I came into chat, and I was like, hey. So it turns out I was super high. So like my husband told me the next day that I was so annoying that he almost just like went on a long walk for the night. So I
love
want to
that.
apologize to anybody who was in chat last week who saw me being that way.
I feel we missed out on a
apologize for that.
And I want to thank you guys for not reading chat and DMs. And be like, let's bring this dumb bitch on, because I would have been like, let me tell you something. I don't even know what did I have to say? Nothing. I don't know. So
You would be
I
a
wanna
fun person to be high with.
Yeah, this is me on one pickle beer, but you don't want me on whatever edible I had last week. So, but thank you for having me on this week. And you can find me at skepchick.org, skepchick.org, or patreon.com/Rebecca, or I'm on YouTube, Rebecca Watson, Skepchick. You'll figure it out. You'll find me. So thanks so much for having me on.
Thank you so much, Rebecca.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
You take care.
Bye.
Well, that was so much fun.
That was great. Yeah, she brought a lot of joy. She brought some enthusiasm. And she brought a little bit of that stick it to him.
Stick it to him. All right, I'll play I'll bite. You got me to want to play it for you guys. Here's one of the there's so many of these.
I've seen some really good ones.
They're all very funny, very talented. Here's one of my favorites.
I just saw Odyssey in 4DX in
I don't know. My juice was going from left to right. I wish Odysseus had a little more joy, a little bit of energy, a little bit of enthusiasm, and a little bit more sticking to him. Because that's the Michigan way. I guess it's not the Greek way. Cyclops, Bozo, keep that one eye open. When I'm senator of Michigan, Michiganders, you better go see the Odyssey. And I love that Helen of Troy was black. I just saw Odyssey.
If anyone doesn't know what that's a reference to, she's been doing this thing lately where she keeps appealing to the black community by just invoking Obama over and over. Like every single time she sees a black person, she's like, I love Obama. It's like one of the first things she says. And you're just like, you're doing the bit from the movie. This was an actual bit.
So amazing.
Here is another one. We're not gonna play all of them, but like here's another one. There's so many of these. Another really great one. Here we go.
You better believe in the U.S. Senate, I will continue to fight for the people of Israel with a little bit of joy, a little bit of enthusiasm, and a little bit of stick it to them. And by them, I mean the Palestinian children, because that's the Michigan way. I'm Haley Stevens, running for Senate in the great state of Michigan. And contrary to my detractors, I do not live in a van by the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my favorite part about all this is that she's been trying to be like, people are making fun of me because of my Michigan accent, and I was like, no, this is the only adorable thing about you is whatever's going on here. Everyone loves this, right?
Honestly, it sounds like she sounds like Tommy Pickles from the Rugrats. So how can you hate that?
Right.
Oh, I didn't make that connection.
And everyone was like Bobby Hill, and it was like Bobby Hill is better. Bobby Hill's closer from King of the Hill. But that
I still get
it's
Chris
literally
Farley.
the least offensive thing about her.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the Zionism that we all have a problem with.
Yes, you are a
That-
racist, genocidal piece of shit. That's why we don't like you.
That's also why it's funny, because like she has a stupid persona and she's such a horrible person.
Right.
Wait, there's another one. Wait, I got to hear that one now.
Yeah,
You can't just
that's such
throw
a
that.
great point, David, because it's like the juxtaposition, right? Like from somebody like that, you expect like this sweet aunt who's like
Yeah.
caring, but like she's this fucking bloodthirsty Zionist freak, and it doesn't match. Like the character profile doesn't fit who she actually is as a person. So that's why I think it's something that a lot of people are fixating on. But yeah, this is the last one I'll play for you all. Final parody here.
Free healthcare for Israel. I'm a fighter for the IDF. Black people love me. What's up, fam? My commitment to you, Israel. People make fun of how I talk. To stick it to them, $3 billion to Israel. APAC. You really want a communist? Blech! Choose a sellout instead. I'm not saying a Muslim shouldn't be in office. But more jobs for ICE. Only I can beat a Republican. Why? I am one. I made history as the most funded by APAC. I love the people of APAC. Free healthcare.
I mean, it's low hanging fruit, but it gets me. I was like, more of this, please. You know
what's crazy is even though it's a parody, she's really not that far out from these parodies. Especially, there was one video, I think this was in the spin room after her debate with Abdul, which was a bloodbath. Like, she was so bad. But she was being questioned on, I can't remember if it was APAC or her DTE contributions. And
yeah, I think it was that.
She just didn't have an answer. And the journalists were thankfully doing their job. The moderator of this debate did a great job. But let me just play it for you here. This is from, I can't remember, I don't know the news outlet, but it just shows you how bad and substanceless she is. She has no defense for herself, and I like it just feels like a parody. Let me just show you what I mean if you haven't seen this clip.
Congresswoman, you said today you didn't take money from utilities, but you got checks from consumers in DTE a month before you entered the Senate race.
Yeah, he asked specifically about the Senate race, and look,
to your Senate committee, I believe.
Yeah, he just asked about my current campaign. Yeah, Sam, did you have something?
Will you take donations from consumers in DTE if you
Look, I'm
win
gonna
place in the Senate?
look. I'm running to beat Mike Rogers, and you heard tonight my opponent, make all these wild accusations talking about how employee monies that come from corporations are the root of the problem. Except I'm leading the charge to take on DTE right now. I am leading the charge to say that you are screwing over your ratepayers, and I am going to strip your federal funds and force you to cut executive pay. I think that is damn good for the people of Michigan and what they need right now.
But will you
Thank
take
you,
money
thank you,
from them?
thank you.
You're not answering.
Yeah,
You're not
look,
answering.
I'm trying to get to the United States Senate. Like, you can keep pushing me. I have no idea, if we're going to be able to do these major reforms, but
So
Basically,
inspiring.
like, I'm trying to win, so I'll take whatever money I can. Like, that's her.
Wow.
Like, that's politicians
Yeah.
can say whatever the hell they want. What matters is who believes you. And when you're getting that kind of money from these places, they know what you're going to do because they're paying for a return on their investment. Otherwise, they wouldn't be paying you that money or paying for your campaign like this. Like, it's very clear. Like, she can lie and say whatever she supports. It doesn't matter because ultimately we know where the money's coming from.
Yeah, no, exactly. It
Thank
it's
you.
ridiculous.
Thank you. You didn't answer the question.
I forgot what. Another thing that I wanted to bring up was how she was pretending, and a bunch of liberals on Twitter were pretending too, that Abdul El Sayed called her an ogre when he was very obviously referring to John Fetterman, who is an ogre, and they were trying to. Yeah, they were trying to spin this as like, oh, see, he's being sexist. This is the way that he talks about women. He also criticized the Michigan governor, Gretchen Whitmer, and said that she is bought and paid for. And he was like saying this when he was running against her in 2018, specifically in the context of healthcare, because he is a doctor who wants Medicare for all, and she is the daughter of a healthcare executive who took money from the health insurance industry. So when he says she is bought and paid for, she is literally bought and paid for, but yet they were trying to spin it as sexist because if you
How is that
criticize
even
a woman,
how is that
criticizing a
even
woman, David,
sexist?
criticizing a woman.
You can't say if a female politician is bought and paid for because it may be like, what?
Gender trait. That's just a rant. Anyone can be corrupt. What?
Well, try to call me corrupt. Try to call me corrupt.
You're corrupt, Mike.
Homophobe. That's how it works.
I mean, that basically was the Hillary Clinton
Almost
campaign in
right.
2016.
Right.
Like, that's
Right. Yeah. Okay, I get it. now.
Self-hating LGBTQ.
2 for 2. I can't avoid it now.
It's so ridiculous. It does give me hope because you can tell they have nothing, and that's now reflected in the polls, thankfully. Again, like, it's not a foregone conclusion, so don't assume Abdul's going to win. Of course, you still have to actually get out there and vote, and every single door knock you can do, every penny helps. But you can really see that they are grasping at straws because she's running on nothing. She's corrupt, and Abdul has a robust policy platform and none of the baggage, none of the corruption to go along with it. So they're trying to find some sort of scandal. Oh, he attacks women. Is it a coincidence? He criticized female politicians. It's horseshit. And I feel like nobody is buying it.
It's actually very encouraging how the polls have shifted. So in early July, they were like tied basically. And then past couple of polls, he's jumped out to like a 10 and 15 point lead in each of those polls. Wow. And this is after the Gretchen Whitmer endorsement, which is like the governor. Like, you have that.
Yeah.
Clyburn, of course, was like the Grim Reaper in 2020 against Bernie Sanders when he backed Joe Biden. Like, so those two big endorsements for or usually, I guess, 5 years ago would have been big endorsements for Haley Stevens, actively have worked against her. And it really seems that Democratic primary voters who traditionally would have just gone along with what the governor is saying or what other politicians that have backed her are saying are now like saying no. Like, we see your bullshit. All this money being spent is actually not. It's actually working in the inverse. It's working against her because it's proving that they can't trust her. Because why else would they be giving her that money? So like all the stuff that usually would help a campaign like hers, all the money, the endorsements, are actually working against her. Which like maybe it's just a Michigan thing, but I'm hoping this is going to be a theme that continues across other states as well, where voters, historically when they wouldn't be able to tell who they can actually trust, are now more attuned to the money aspect of these races and to certain endorsements and who you can and can't trust. And hopefully, we're going to be seeing better primary candidates, and I think we have over the past few years, but it's like this is a high profile example of this money and endorsement working against a candidate in a way that hasn't been as clear as it has in past primaries.
Yeah, it's given me a lot more optimism and hopium because I think after 2024, people could probably tell that I was basically done with electoralism. Because when you get your hopes up every single time, every 2 years, you see a bunch of really great candidates, and then they lose. They get like 5%. Over time, it's like, all right, there's just nothing that's going to work. I don't think that running in the Democratic Party is going to lead to anywhere, but running in a third party in a two-party duopoly isn't really going to be effective. So like the only option is just like a revolution. I don't even fucking know what to do. So it just feels like hopeless because like I'm not a revolutionary. So do we just give up? But no, there's actually a real paradigm shift in the country, specifically with the Democratic Party's base. And on one hand, I have to thank the Democrats for being so colossally shitty, because if they weren't so bad, especially, in the first year of Trump's second term, then I don't think this change would have happened. Because even back, if you go to 2017, the first year of Trump's first term, there was still a pretty high regard for individuals like Nancy Pelosi. Part of it is I think she was just genuinely more effective than Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer combined. But people still largely they hung on to every single word that the Democratic Party said because they kind of felt like, okay, well, they're the only option against Republicans and we have to latch on to them. They're all we got. But, fast forward to 2024, when they lose again, it's like, all right, you know what? They're very clearly doing something wrong and there needs to be a change. What change? Well, you see these progressives who have been hungry, who haven't really had a chance. Maybe I'll opt for them. And I see this like personally as well. Any normie Democrat that I know in real life explicitly critical of Democrats. And this is like, it's anecdotal, right? So let's take it for what it's worth. But like people who would never, ever criticize Democrats are criticizing Democrats forcefully and just completely fed up with them. And that is driving them into the arms of democratic socialists. And it is really encouraging to see, because if they did not fuck up, we might not be here. And I'm glad that they did. I mean, it sucks that things had to get so bad, and they may even get worse before they get better. But I mean, cause and effect, Democrats fucked up. They had their chance and they fumbled it. And now the only option, if you don't want fascism, is democratic socialism. And there was a poll that came out today. I can't remember who commissioned it, but basically it showed that 1 in 3 Democratic voters identify as democratic socialists, and a majority are okay with the democratic socialist, which means that's, it's only going to go in one direction. And when you couple in the fact that a majority of Democratic voters are anti-Israel now, and more sympathetic towards Palestinians, and think that it's a genocide, and also want to arrest Netanyahu. I mean, this kind of shit that Haley Stevens is doing, it's just not viable. It's just simply not viable in the modern day. And Democrats' inability to adapt has really fucked them over, because they're not like people who change on the fly. It's taken commonly years to finally like leak stories to the press about how she met with Mamdani. Like, these people are so slow to change, and it is the death of their political careers.
Yeah, and just to your earlier point about 2016, I feel like Democratic Party voters viewed that as sort of a fluke, like a one-off, and even maybe bolstered by the fact that Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. So they thought, hey, this is just, this is abnormal. We still support the party. We still support these people. We're not going to question them too much. But then, yeah, when you look, like, I guess Joe Biden wins in 2020, which I think really was more of simply a anti-Trump vote than a pro-Joe Biden vote. But when you lose to Trump again in 2024, like at that point, it's no longer, it's just a one-off. No, this is a pattern of behavior of this party being absolute garbage and not speaking to the needs of voters and losing while they're telling you to, vote blue no matter who. But then if a progressive comes up, all of a sudden, like I'm not sure who it was, but I was seeing a Democratic politician this week essentially not committing to backing Abdul al-Sayed if he wins.
Yeah,
you had Bernie Sanders on CNN saying, "Yeah, if Haley Stevens wins, of course we want to defeat, Mike Rogers." But it's not reciprocal. Like it's not the other way. Like, these people are so fucking disgusting. I think people they're tired of them. Voters are tired.
Yeah, it's party unity that goes in one direction. I think this is what you're talking about, right, David?
Yeah.
Hillary Schulten, she was asked if she would support Abdul al-Sayed. Her response: "I will not stand beside someone who has allowed distinctly anti-American sentiment to enter our public dialogue." In other words, she hates Muslims. Like, let's just be honest. Like, She loves Israel. She hates Muslims and Arabs, and she is not going to fall in line. It's vote blue no matter who for us. And for them, we can go fuck ourselves. You know, they showed this time and again with Andrew Cuomo and others, and I'm just fucking sick of it. Like, these people are so full of shit. And I'm glad that the Democratic Party's base is waking up, because if they didn't, then we'd just be stuck in this death spiral in perpetuity. It's great if you ever if there's ever like a No Kings protest or like a big mass movement that comes up, if you can find like a sign making group or some type of liberal group to help organize beforehand, I encourage you all to go to these groups. Yes, they're predominantly liberals, but like you'll see these sweet old ladies who have, you know, the type of people that have like grandchildren and granola bars in their purses. They're like making these signs and like, fuck these Nazis. Like, it's crazy. Like, they're very radicalized. And that is exactly the energy that we need to push forward socialism, because as long as we get like a big enough block and more Mamdanis and like Francesca Hongs, if we get more of them and they can show that you can actually deliver if all you do is fucking try, then I feel like there's really no going back. You know, now that people have seen an alternative, why would you opt for the do nothing fucking Democrats who just fall in line with fascism every single time? Yeah, this is beautiful to see. Beautiful.
That's huge.
Inshallah, he wins by a landslide.
That's wild.
And that's this Tuesday, by the way. There's a lot of candidates this Tuesday whose elections are taking place. So I will be making a video on Tuesday evening when we get the results. That's Super Tuesday, basically. There's some more like throughout August, but Tuesday's the big day. There's a lot.
Yeah. Should we do a Thursday on a Tuesday stream?
I don't have energy for that.
I'm
you
out.
guys are free to do whatever you want. But.
I also am very like nervous during elections, and it's
you
hard
don't want
to
to be on if
stream.
they're all losing.
If I'm losing, if they're losing, I'm gonna crash out. So it's probably not a good idea. And then I'll say something that'll get me banned or whatever.
That's true.
Or
That's
picked
for all
up by
the
the
clips.
FBI.
Yep. All right.
So yeah.
Smart.
Even if it's actually, if we're winning too, that could be dangerous for me. So either way, I just should wait, see the results, collect my thoughts, and then post a video.
If I was around next week, I would have done it, Lance, but I'm not, sadly.
Where are you going?
I'm just gonna. I'm going on vacation.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Leaving on a jet plane. Yep.
Very nice.
Oh, good for you. You're actually going somewhere. I did not go anywhere last week when I took the week off, but I still needed it.
You just need to take a break sometimes. You just need to completely check out. And that's what.
Oh no, I agree. When Mike was explaining how barnacles apparently are gonna like just destroy civilization, I was like, this is just one too many. There's too many things right now. I can't add this one, and I'm not gonna think of the evil barnacles. All right,
Purge it from your mind. Just delete.
It's gone.
The only
see
problem
the
with me,
Odyssey.
like when I take a break, is I don't come back refreshed. I come back not wanting to come back. I come back
agree.
being like,
I know.
I wish I was. Maybe I should take a sabbatical. I should be gone for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Yeah.
I don't have to look at Al Jazeera first thing in the morning and cry. This is lovely.
yeah, this is. I enjoyed my
That's why
vacation a
mornings
lot
are
more than
days.
this.
Yeah.
You don't wake up with like a pit in your gut with a feeling of existential dread. Like,
Climate change. War crimes. Climate change. More war.
I gotta say, like the days
Yeah.
where I take like Twitter off, like I'll go like a weekend, not even, or at least I'll try. Like sometimes I do it like instinctively without even realizing because I'm just so used to like opening up Twitter. But if I can manage to go like a couple days without opening social media, I feel so much better. It is,
yeah.
it's real. Like there really
Once
is something
it's
to
said,
ignorance
everyone
being
feels-
bliss. Like I'm not saying it's right and it should be okay to not care about things in the world, but like if you can just turn your brain off for a bit, it feels really nice.
Agreed. Yeah. On that note, you should all go see the Odyssey. It's long as fuck, and I usually don't like long movies, but it's actually a
do
great
plan to.
break
Next
from the
week.
world. I saw it, and I was very impressed by
And
it.
thank you, Elon Musk, for making the movie free on Twitter for some reason. I just don't know why. There's so many blue check marks that
Oh.
just have free movies on Twitter. It's flooded. It's just like, honestly.
Oh wait,
if you-
really? Oh,
I'm not even joking. If you want to see The Backrooms by A24, there's literally thousands of copies of it that just appear every day on Twitter. I'm just like going through and I'm like, oh, that's Backrooms. That's Backrooms. Another copy of Backrooms. Like,
Watching the Odyssey on Twitter, that's exactly how Christopher Nolan wants it to be
that's
watched.
what he intended.
yeah.
Millimeter.
You will give him an
Twitter
aneurysm
millimeter.
with that information.
Camera version on Twitter. Hell yeah.
He filmed it with the AI filter over the camera, so it looks like shit
the whole time.
And it's meant to be in a tiny little box with like a swastika underneath it.
Or like a filter that like adds smiles in everyone's faces as they're talking. So it's just, it's actually a very happy movie.
By the way, I watched last week's episode. Great episode, by the way. I didn't watch it live, but I got around to it. And I thought that because Ariana and I think it was Lance talked about how you watched The Obsession, and we're going to talk about it this week. I did my homework and I watched The Obsession, but she's not here, so we're probably not going to talk about it. But I'm glad that you all gave me that homework because it was very, very good. I was not expecting it to be.
Isn't it great?
Don't spoil. I do want to see.
I won't spoil anything.
So
Yeah,
good.
I was not expecting to like it, if I'm being honest, because I don't like love stories, and I know that, like, you know, that's
Not a love
just
story.
only tangentially
Is it-
related.
Is it like too scary?
To me, I didn't really. It's not like jump scary. It's more like just ominous and kind of like
good. I don't
bad
like, I don't like jump
vibes.
scary. I could do ominous.
No,
It-
no.
It sticks with you. It gets in your head.
There's
It's
there's
nice
a
and creepy.
couple of there's a couple of scenes that might startle you, but it's mostly just one of those things that's really creepy. Like it's all about the atmosphere and the portrayal.
You know what's more disturbing than the movie has been some of the responses online to the movie. That's to me has been more disturbing than the film was. Is watching like
Oh,
some
no, I haven't seen the
4 million
discourse.
subscriber YouTube channels where they're basically doing like rape apology videos and shit like that, like dark stuff. Where you're just like, oh, that's not good. Yeah,
What? For
really bad of YouTube
Obsession?
have taken. Yeah, really bad of YouTube taking that lesson from the film. It says a lot more about you than it does about
I
the
think
movie.
people just say shit sometimes because it gets attention and they don't actually think it, but they know it'll get a
How do
rise
you
out of
even
people.
get to that? How do you get rape apologia out of the fucking Obsession? I
Because
got
they
like,
know
oh
it's
my
gonna
god.
I can't have this discussion without spoiling the movie. So
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
we gotta
Yeah,
stay with
please
the
no
chat.
spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah. No spoilers.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks that he turned into a unicorn at the end, though, and fucking.
That was
That's a spoiler because now I know that doesn't happen.
That's fair.
And I wanted to live with that possibility.
'Cause, yeah, I want to go. I want to go in fresh, clean. Anything can happen.
I would love to talk about the Odyssey at some point as well, because I feel like it is applicable to the United States. The overall message is very, very good, but I don't want to spoil it.
Do you spoil a 3,000-year-old poem that is the basis for most modern literature?
Lance, you absolutely can in America, where our public education is not gonna give us the Odyssey. Maybe
It's also like
we'll
his
get it
take on
aside.
it and how he does it. Like, you know, there could be spoilers in there somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's just
online.
The overall message is very good. It's that's all I'll say. I don't want to say anything about it. Just if you don't know anything about Homer's Odyssey, just go in blind. It's great. It's gonna be from start to finish super, super exciting. I'm a Nolan Dick writer now. It seems like I hate most people, but now I'm like, okay, he's very talented. You know, I was a fan before.
Nolan Dick writer.
I think I'm a Nolan Dick writer now.
You could just be a fan. You don't have to.
Pretty
get so
good.
graphic about.
That's
it.
like
true. That's fair. That's fair.
I do like Nolan films a lot, though. I have to say.
Yeah, he's definitely someone that warrants a lot of dick writing, and he's someone who gets a lot of dick writing. To be fair, in addition to that,
Yeah.
I mean, he don't miss.
Right.
Is it really a bad Christopher Nolan film?
I will say one critique that I have is the movie Tenet was very good. It was a little bit too convoluted, and the audio was completely fucked up. You couldn't hear what they were saying because the music was too loud. That's my one critique of Christopher Nolan. Otherwise, he hits it out of the park every single time, and that's
Were you
from
not
somebody who is
entertained?
not.
I was thoroughly when I saw Tenet. I was like, I had no idea what happened, but that was entertaining. I think.
So,
maybe.
Lance, you make a
it
good
was
point
great,
because I was very critical of Tenet. I'm like, this film makes no fucking sense. And then there's a really good piece in aftermath.site that it's like in defense of Tenet, and it explains that it's essentially like you're not supposed to think much about it. It's more of like a spectacle as opposed to like trying to figure it out. And the movie actually tells you that in the like at the beginning of the movie, it kind of tells you like don't think too hard, just feel it, and that's kind of like what you're supposed to do with that movie. So I wanted to go back and watch it just to like experience it with a different mindset, because a lot of Nolan films, like, you know, Inception, you want to what's the fucking space one that I love so much, Interstellar. Like there's a lot of like those actually like kind of make sense if you want to go down like the path that went down in
Well,
their mentality.
I have watched like
Tenet
20
doesn't make
minute YouTube videos about Tenet that explain
Same
everything, and I
Yeah.
still don't understand. But, like,
No, I
people
was-
have
yeah,
done the
I
whole,
have
like,
too, and
the
it still doesn't make any
arrows
sense.
and like, this connects to that. This works in the forward. This in reverse. Like, yeah, they figured it out.
No, it's still ridiculous. But if you just view it
Yeah.
as like a spectacle, it's supposed to be more enjoyable.
Okay, it is. It's a spectacle.
No, it's very entertaining, but yeah, like Lance was saying, it's like I was watching and I'm like, do I just not have the attention span to know what's going on? I like what I'm seeing. It's very entertaining, but what the fuck is happening? Why is he fighting himself? Like, what the fuck?
Because the section was very confusing, right? Like, as wild and weird as it is, you're always like, okay, that's the second layer of the dream. You then got to get out of that into the third layer. Like, you understood what he was doing, but like Tenet, I was like, no clue. Yeah, fuck it.
It was more difficult. So I'm curious, what is all of your favorite Nolan movies? Because I think mine now is actually The Odyssey. It was Interstellar.
The Prestige, I think, probably The Prestige.
That's a great movie. I saw that again recently. Great movie.
That's good. Yeah.
Mine is Inception, just because it was the first movie I ever saw twice in theater. Like, I never do that. I never do that, and I saw that twice in theater, and I enjoyed it both times. And every time since I've watched it. I put that first. I put Interstellar second because I love space, and I think he did that all very well.
Did he do Pi, or is that a different
Pi? No, Pi is Requiem for a Dream guy.
You're right, and he did Memento. Memento was his first.
He
Memento's
did do
was
Memento.
Nolan's, yeah.
Memento's
Yeah.
great. A lot of people
Yeah,
saying
Memento-
Dark Knight. That's also really good too. Yeah, there's a
Yeah, Dark
lot.
Knight.
Like, the dude doesn't miss.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's tough too. Yeah, maybe.
What about you, Matt?
What about me?
What's your favorite Nolan film?
What's your favorite Nolan movie?
I don't
Which
know,
Batman?
honestly.
We're
I
movie
gotta
buffs
say-
now on Leftist Mafia.
Yeah, this is a movie show now.
It's a good question. Hold on. I know you just listed all of the movies, but I need to see them in front of my face.
Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises.
The whole Dark Knight trilogy.
It's a good question. I really don't know.
Someone says Dunkirk was good. That's the only one I've never seen, actually. is Dunkirk.
I did not
You ever
see
seen
that
Dunkirk?
either.
Oh, Dunkirk's great. Yeah,
I'm not a huge
Dunkirk's
horror
awesome.
movie
okay.
guy, so I was like, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, actually,
Listen,
same
I
reason,
got
David. Same
I
reason.
hate to say it. I know people are gonna disagree with even this choice, but I really like The Dark Knight Rises with Bane. I think
that
it's
is
really
content.
fun.
That is a spicy take.
That is- I know.
It's a good movie.
I
though. I
also,
enjoyed it.
I also think Inception is a good one, but I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen it in a long time. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Tenet. I guess I got to see it.
I would recommend it. It's long, like most Nolan movies, and it's dense, but it's very entertaining. Like, it doesn't matter that you can't really tell what's going on. It's kind of like Dark Souls, where I don't know what the story is, but I'm having a lot of fun. Like, that's exactly what Tenet is, in my opinion, anyways. David, you said you like space movies. Have you seen Project Hail Mary yet?
No, but I saw it on streaming now, so I want to check it out.
Please tell me, for anybody who hasn't seen it, please tell me you haven't seen a trailer, because I feel like if you go into it just not knowing what to expect, it's better. Because I feel like they spoil it with the trailer.
I think I kind of spoiled my. I mean, I didn't look at spoilers, but I saw someone explain with the movie. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I kind of know what it is now. I kind of wish I didn't. Like, I'm like you. I like going in not knowing anything. I tend to enjoy movies more if I have no idea what I'm going to expect.
Yeah.
But Project Hail Mary sounds interesting. I do want to see it.
It's very, very good. I was very disappointed because I'm and I'm not usually a book snob, but when they released the trailer, I was gutted because they spoiled like the biggest part of the whole fucking book. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because like in the book, and I'll just say it, just you all can like pause for a sec, like, or mute me, but it's like where you learn about the extraterrestrial Rocky in it.
Whoa!
Well, they have
So-
to. I mean, they have to. That's like a main character. They have to show the character.
Yeah, I understand.
The only other character besides Ryan Gosling, really.
I understand why they did it, but the book synopsis was really vague, and you don't really know why. The whole beginning of the book, and they de-emphasized this in the movie, was kind of like he's trying to figure out where the fuck he is. He wakes up and he's like, "Where am I?" He realizes, "Oh my god, I'm in space." And he's like, "Am I in the solar system?" Like, it's like, so there's a mystery there.
Okay.
And then you kind of stumble upon the alien, and you're completely like stunned by that. where you're like, what the fuck? It's a major part of the book. I remember I was like, I'm like, you gotta read this fucking book. Oh my God, you gotta read this fucking book. So the fact that they just show you that in the trailer, I was like,
can see what you're saying. Yeah.
No,
if
that's
that's how they laid it out.
Yeah, because if they just marketed it as like this space mystery, like where is he? You know, you could say he's in space. That's fine because we all know that, right? And not say anything else. That's good enough. That's all you need to know. You just know it's a space movie. It's going to be cool. But they showed Rocky, and they even showed him in the trailer because like discovering what type of alien he was. So it killed me. But still a great movie. Book's better, of course. But yeah, very, very highly recommend.
I also want to see Backrooms.
I want to see Backrooms too.
It is fantastic.
I want to see that.
Did you guys mention Obsession yet?
It is fantastic.
They were talking.
Have you seen that, Matt?
I have. I don't know what I was doing when you guys were talking about it, but I was right here. And I thought I heard you guys.
If you want, you guys all saw it. You guys can all talk about it because I got to go anyways. But
people in the chat might not have seen it. So
yeah, I'm not going to talk.
You take care, David.
But I will.
I was. Oh, you
nice
had
seeing
an hour
you,
and
sir.
All
Yeah,
right.
I got to go anyways.
Bye.
You guys should talk about it. Enjoy.
I will say, I didn't know what to expect with Obsessions. What am I saying? Obsession, and I knew going into it that it had good reviews and people were saying good things about it. You know, I was expecting your basic sort of like stalker or like, you know, weird, boyfriend or girlfriend. I didn't know who was the character that was obsessed. I really tried to go in blind. I was not expecting what it was, and I was very pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's great. It's one of those movies that I think gets into your brain long after you've watched it, and then you got to think about it for a while. I think you tuned out when we were talking about this, Matt. But since you've seen the movie, the controversy, and I guess spoiler warnings for anyone who doesn't want Obsession spoiled for them. But the controversy online for a lot of people is that there has been like a lot of random like Bear was the hero takes, and like some of them are artificially generated, some of them are just rage bait, some of them are just social media accounts, you know, sometimes based in other parts of the world, specifically just trying to get Americans to get upset about things, and it's worked very successfully. But a lot of people just randomly, and then incels and incel communities jumping on board as well, trying to
wait. I didn't even know about this. It seemed like a very not controversial movie. It seemed pretty straightforward as what it was.
So, I mean, I gotta tell you about this fucking YouTuber.
I thought the actress who plays she was fantastic. The movie doesn't work without her.
Yeah,
it is. She is really, really, really.
She was
good.
multi-dimensional as fuck. Like she's so good.
The guy too, Bear. He's also very good. But what she had to do in this movie to sell it is she was really good. Really good.
Yeah. She sold the performance. The way she like flipped on a dime. Yeah, she was amazing. Really talented. Slop tubers always have to ruin everything. They'll take something that's not even
Alex
bad,
Myers,
and then they'll.
So there's a animation YouTuber, one of the biggest on the entire website, called Alex Myers, who basically does like movie reviews, but he does animated movie reviews. 4 million subscribers, like just monstrously huge channel.
Yeah.
He released a review of Obsession that boils down to that he thought it was going to be a love story, that Bear was actually a pretty nice guy, pretty respectful of boundaries, blah, 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 was making all these weird racist jokes about her, being like, he just wants like a Latina hottie to like have to blah, blah. And like the backlash from his own fans was like, what the fuck, dude, did you not understand the movie? This movie is like about possessing like a human slave. Like she was raped by him. Like, what are you saying? Right. And so he released a apology video where he basically spends, and it's the worst apology video I've seen in a while, probably 2026's worst one, where the video is like, all right, I like to release this public statements, and some people think these are my beliefs. I am against rape. I don't think rape is good.
Oh,
Rape's
boy.
Yeah, I know. And then everyone's like,
I didn't realize this was something up for. It seemed pretty straightforward. Like,
I know.
You know, I will say, you know, there are, you know, it's very clear that he's doing that, and then you know, there's I don't want to spoil it for people, so I'm struggling to figure out how to talk about this.
You can't discuss. especially related.
He does. There's a point where I feel like he doesn't come across as completely evil, and he realizes that there's something wrong here, and what he's doing is wrong. But there's no doubt about it that before that moment, he's not even anywhere near a good guy.
That's what I thought what was so great about the movie was that it actually makes you have to have that uncomfortable conversation that people don't want to talk about. Like, where's the boundaries of consent? And for this movie, so many people, they drew the line at different points. Like, was it when he made the wish and cracked the thing? For me, I'm like, no, because magic's not real, so you never knew. Like, it's totally harmless just to be like, I wish that person liked me or something like that.
Oh, we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. I don't want to spoil it. We gotta be careful.
All right, well then that's all I'll say.
You just said something that I did not know about going into this movie, and if I knew about it, I would have viewed this movie completely different going into it. You gotta be careful. Gotta be careful.
We have already in this conversation discussed the ending of the movie. You realize that, right? Like we were just talking about that 5 minutes ago.
Well. What was I doing when you guys were talking? I was reading something and I didn't realize you guys were talking about this. I would have jumped.
No, I was having with you. Well, he was in the bathroom. that was just now.
Oh wait, but that doesn't spoil it if you don't say anything about what happens in the bathroom.
Right, but okay, all right. Either way, now officially, if you
I don't even know what was in the trailer. I haven't seen the trailer for this movie. Someone said it was in the trailer. No big deal. It's already spoiled.
It
Okay,
is in the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. For me personally, I try to go, especially horror. I try to go into it completely blind. I don't want to even watch a trailer.
They reveal too much usually. That's a good
horror
practice.
Horror is easily spoiled by
Yeah.
and you don't even need to know like what happens in the end. Like just the premise. Sometimes going in blind, you sit down, you're like, holy shit, that's what this movie is. Like that. That was Obsession for me. Like I said, I had no idea. I mean, I guess if it was in the trailer, I thought it was just going to be a movie about a relationship where one of them is crazy or something like that. I had no idea there was going to be the sort of magical, over the top, element, and I loved that. That made it so good.
Yeah, it was great. It was great,
and it made some money.
It did on a lower budget too.
Super chats.
Let's do it. Did you want to go first, Lance?
I'll go fast. They're very teeny ones. San and Twine, thank you for the $2. No message, but appreciate it. Spec00, thank you for the $2. Love to Lance and use, etc. Kowalski with the $2. Shamelessly plugging my YouTube. Just put out a video. Everyone, go check out Prairie Fire Neb. I'm not saying that because you donated. You can't donate for promotion. That we don't do that. But I actually like Kowalski's channel, so go check it out. Max Danger, thank you for the $2. RFK just released a cooking show, actually. Donna Munro 2090, thank you for the $6.99. I would love it if you and David would tiff on the Alberta separatism stuff. He separated from the podcast. He's
pro separation.
What's going on in Canada? The Shopify CEO, I was looking that up. What's going on there? The guy,
I feel like in America, you don't know how evil he is. It's kind of like if Canadian was like, "What's the deal with Elon Musk?"
I was aware of. I mean, listen, I have been, I'm familiar with Shopify, and I'm familiar with him not being such a great. He's been seemed like being a right wing guy, but this one was crazy. This one was. So for people who don't know, the CEO of Shopify endorsed a plan where people who made less than $100,000 basically wouldn't get to vote or something like that. Or no, it was if you don't pay income tax. If you don't pay income tax, you get no votes. You can't vote.
Or if you're an elderly.
Or if you're elderly, you can't vote. Which Mike Figueredo endorses, obviously, but
yes,
but
only if they're Republicans.
But it gets worse, actually. I mean, that's pretty bad. Obviously, you're basically saying poor people don't get to vote at all. But it gets even worse. If you make under 100,000, but do pay income tax of some sort, you do get your one singular vote, like a schlub. But if you make more, there's different tiers, which eventually you get to the tier of, the big tech founders, and they get to have 5 votes. they could vote 5 times in an election because they got. I think the whole thing they framed it as having skin in the game.
Oh, wow. As if poor people don't have skin in the game. As if they don't already have an advantage with all the money they have to rig the system in their favor. That's so ridiculous.
That's what everyone pointed out. Like, that already exists. It's called capitalism. You have way more lobbying power than any Canadian does as the CEO of Shopify,
I don't get why Shopify has such a hold. Like, honestly, it's a fucking e-commerce platform, like to set up an online store. And I don't understand why no companies have competed with these guys. It's such a fucking simple.
That's like asking, why is eBay the number one?
No, I think it's a lot easier to compete with Shopify than eBay, because you all have to go to eBay, but you don't go to Shopify.com to shop. People,
but it powers all these websites. Like, you don't know it, but thousands and thousands of websites are powered by Shopify.
But these sites, these small businesses, a lot of Shopify sites are run by bands put their merch stores on there. Very simple to just be like, we'll just go on another platform. I don't get the whole Shopify. I get it. They're like the WordPress of the e-commerce world, in terms of like, there's a lot of like, people who develop Shopify apps that do certain things to help power your store and give it extra features. But this is not like a platform that's impossible to replicate. It's not like it takes lots of compute costs. Like if you wanted to like compete with OpenAI or Anthropic and start an AI company, it's not like you need tons of. I don't get it. People shouldn't fucking go to Shopify and sign up for their, if this guy is in charge. Honestly, it seems that simple.
I think it's just been a matter of people not knowing, because I've had conversations with Americans who are leftists in all ways, and they have a Shopify store, and then I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if you know. But then, like, I guess it's like, how far do you really push this? Because like, I literally generate money for Amazon by virtue of being on Twitch, and Amazon is like in the first layer of the BDS list. Like, this is the worst of the worst in terms of companies,
The Bay Photo pointed out that Majority Report uses them and plugs their ads. In fact, I think a month ago, I was on the episode where I had to do a Shopify ad for Majority Report.
So what are you talking about?
No, but listen.
I don't get how anyone could do that.
Before, but I was familiar with them, and but it didn't mean I didn't know. I know who Shopify is.
Do you condemn Shopify, Matt?
Yeah,
I know the CEO is like a right winger, but he was like your basic, like, he's a CEO of a big company. He's gonna have conservative thoughts when it comes to whatever. But this to me was a step too far. Like, this to me was like, you're going over the top here. I would not support Shopify anymore with this guy at the helm, and especially the reaction to it too. It's one thing to like come out, say this, and then be like, all right, I fucked up. But no, they're all like, he's getting, like, it was so bizarre. He's claiming he doesn't care. He's claiming he doesn't care about the response, yet like all these tech people are coming out and defending him, and not defending what he had to say, defending his right to say it, and he's being canceled, and no one's canceling him.
Please.
No one's canceling him.
I know. Yeah, I know. You just can't get feedback anymore. Like, if anyone has slight criticism, it's like, oh, this is a cancellation. It's like, no, I have an opinion. This is an opinion, motherfucker. There's a difference.
Yeah, you're trying to cancel us from sharing our opinion about you. Fuck you. We're the ones getting canceled.
Right?
I mean, I just, someone should start a competitor to it. It's a very simple thing to do. You just got to make it nice. Like, that's what Shopify has. The stores look nice. A lot of e-commerce platforms are not nice looking. They look old. They look out of date.
This person says there's no alternative. That's like a good one.
So
really easy.
If you're a software developer out there, if you can code something, this is an open call now. Let's create a Shopify competitor. I will promote the shit out of it. We'll go into it together.
Like, are you going to fund it? That's because those coders need money.
I will put money down. I will put money. I mean, I can't pay you a salary, but It'll be our side project, and I'll put money down. I'll pay for the expenses. I don't got money to do it, but I'll fucking do it.
I have an idea. Why don't we just have AI do it? Have AI code it. We'll generate it.
Not gonna look good at all.
Let's do
Heard
that.
of this Claude, the key?
Yeah.
The,
That'll be the left-wing alternative, an AI version. And we'll sell all of your data too, so it'll help fund the project.
Like I see people saying WooCommerce, which is built on WordPress, but I looked into WooCommerce before. It is you really have to like. It's very complicated. It's not. It's like the thing about Shopify. It's
I've
so
never even heard of
simple.
that.
Yeah.
Allow me to finish here. Looney Tunes 9000. Thank you for the $4.99. Too bad y'all didn't get to shit on Alex Jones on his latest stupidity. Time for my AJ impersonation to come out. Also check out InfoWars. The Tim Heidecker show is really good. The new episode.
I haven't checked it out. I'll have to do that.
It's really funny. They're doing a good job. They've hit that nice sweet spot where it's just slightly like so thin satire above reality, but not like outrageous or zany. Just like it's just one step above. And I was like, that's a good spot to be in, where it's like it's not too insane where he's just going so far beyond, but it's always like, yeah, that I can see Alex Jones saying all of this or doing this kind of thing. So it's been
that makes it really good then. That's like that's where you want to be for satire. If it's too over the top, then it just doesn't work.
Agreed. Wanda M, thank you for the $4.99. Do you have an Amazon or gift registry for that baby we can support? I don't, but you supported with that $4.99 dono, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll put that right into the baby's mouth whenever the baby's born.
When is that supposed to happen? I don't know if you want to share that. You don't have to share it, but I was just curious when.
Soon.
Soon. Okay.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah, I'll say that for now. Nice. Old man Philly, thank you for the $4.99. All CEOs suck. The Shopify guy is like the rest. I agree. They're all shit. It's just I think with the Shopify guy, my point is that, and I think what Binder's getting at is that if this is what he's saying in public, what are these motherfuckers saying behind closed doors? If he's like the poor shouldn't have the right to vote, he's putting that out there on social media, not facing consequences. Stock market didn't punish him. He's not lost $20 billion or anything. Like, you know, everything's squeaky clean. That's it for me. Take it away, Mike.
All right, Matt, did you want to go first, or did you want me to go?
It doesn't matter to me. You can go.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and find my first one here. Cartoon says, saw the Odyssey twice in IMAX 70mm and 70mm and thought it was amazing. One of the best films I saw this year, worth seeing in the big screen. You've seen it yet? Yes, I have. Yeah. I'm really glad that I saw it on the big screen. It was really phenomenal. Loved it.
I watched it on Twitter.
All right. Thanks for the 10. Says Rebecca Watson is my favorite YouTuber / magician ever. Do you mind discussing Rebecca's main issues with the Majority Report? It is mostly over them platforming Graham. Love you all. Well, she's not here to see that, but she posted a video about this a while ago. It was regarding Graham Plattner. I don't want to rehash that, but if you want to see her thoughts on her criticism of the Majority Report, you can watch her Graham Plattner video. But I wouldn't want to rehash that with her here. Just would want to have fun, because how often do we get to talk to Rebecca Watson? Cartoon says, thoughts on Elon wants to make an AI version of the Odyssey, and he wants to give $100 million for Mel Gibson to direct. They can't take the L. I think that would be hilarious. I want him to try to do this, because like, what does that even mean, to direct an AI version of a movie? Is Mel Gibson like entering the prompts in? Like, imagine how bad it's gonna be.
So much stuff about the Jews. Like,
yeah. Make character look more anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how that would work, but let him keep Cub. It's just like, it's evidence that he is so unaware of how stupid he looks. But I want him to do it, honestly, because it would be just funny. It's worth it. Let's drain the fucking Pacific Ocean just to make this movie for the lulz. I'm fine with that. Why not?
It's wild too because that movie is good conservative art. They're just too ridiculous to realize it. This is a very traditional story of a man, who has to confront going on in warfare and the trials and tribulations of that, and the distance of his wife and longing to return to her. Like all very traditional masculine kind of ideas, right? So this would be a rare example of good conservative art, but they shit on it because they hate black people more than they like movies, I guess.
Yeah. And they're also not media literate at all, so that's part of the problem too. They can't I always go back to what was it, Tim Pool? He watched Squid Games and he's like, the takeaway for me was that communism is bad. It's like,
yeah, I know. I was like,
that speaks to their media literacy. Like,
this is not a deep movie. It really just hammers you over the head with capitalism's the problem. That's wild.
I was like, okay. Cartoon says Haley Stevens has no charisma. She should not win. Inshallah, my friend. I hope she does not win.
Sorry, just before you read the next one, multiple people are saying that Letterhack apparently has stopped streaming, and tonight was his final broadcast. And just to give a shout out, Letterhack has been on the show a couple times. He's awesome. Always been really, really, really great at bringing people together, and also an incredible cartoonist. So I'm really, really sad to hear that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that he was stopping permanently. I know I asked Christina last time she was on what was going on, and he was taking a break. I didn't know he was stopping permanently. That makes me so sad.
Yeah. But yeah, go support him. Go also.
Yeah.
No better time to start consuming Letterhack media.
Yeah. Wish him luck on his future endeavors. We love Letterhack. ABS says, hey, Mike, when is the next Zoom call for August? It is August 7th, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, August 7th. So next Friday at 5 p.m. PST. Hopefully I will see you there. Let me see. Breaker of Walls said, what Andy Bashir said is true. Missing votes hurts Republicans, but you can win the Senate seat and turn Republicans against each other with Massey's Senate run. Oh, good point. Okay. Yeah, didn't consider that. Chemical Dragon. No. Wrong one. That's not. I skipped one. Here we go. Mini Mom Donnie. Thank you for the 5. Hi, I'm Mini Mom Donnie the Commie. Mike the Johnson says we're popping up everywhere. Well, it's nice to meet you, Mini Mom Donnie the Commie. Chemical Dragon, thank you for the $10. Says, I saw an article today. The DOD is looking to rename Joint Base Charleston to JB Lindsey Graham. I'd hate to work there putting that name on memos as an officer. Kowalski, thank you for the 5. I really hope Bill Clinton or Bush kick it in the next 2 years so we get another high-profile Trump eulogy. That's a good point. Yeah. It would be really, really nice to see Trump eulogize more politicians. That's his calling. Dead Marine says, Lindsey Graham, rest in piss. Cheers to that. Looney Tunes, thank you for the 5. Here's some late B-Day money, probably for a call-in show next week. Anyways, happy late B-Day, Mike. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, we've been talking about a call-in show for a while. Maybe next week. We'll have to discuss it in the group and then have like an actual date so people know and they can be prepared, because I don't think it's fair to just do it impromptu if somebody doesn't have time to like jump on stream or they might miss it. So we'll discuss it in chat, but we need to do another one for sure. Those are always super fun. V-Man, thank you for the $10 super chats. Very generous of you, V-Man. Thank you so much. So, Mike, did you see Daria Lisa get attacked for her post condemning U.S. colonialism in Puerto Rico and supporting independence? What I found funny was the attacks ignored. She was right on colonialism bad. But that if you do research, you would find that these referendums frequently fall under scrutiny for partisan ballot design so much the government conditioned funding on whether the ballot could pass review. I didn't know that. Always interesting to hear your take, V-Man. Yeah. I mean, she's undeniably correct that colonialism is bad. But yeah, a lot of these votes, there's always a little bit of fuckery, right? I don't know the specifics with regard to Puerto Rico, but yeah, I'm glad that you brought that to my attention because it doesn't surprise me at all. that there would be some sort of a way to mislead voters, word it incorrectly, spend against it. Yeah, because the United States wants to keep Puerto Rico in a perpetual state of colonialism. It benefits the United States to do that. So, yeah. Alicia Free Palestine membership chat. Thank you so much. Hi, do you know why the DSA doesn't formally support Angie Nixon in Florida? She doesn't accept support from corporate PACs. Only Ilhan Omar supports her. I don't know for sure. I'm not sure about the particulars. I don't know about the endorsement criteria of DSA. What I will say is that I know that DSA is one of the harder organizations to get an endorsement from, just because they put a lot of resources and organizational muscle behind the candidates that they endorse. So they're not going to endorse anyone. They're really going to make a calculation about if you're viable and if it's worth jumping in and whether or not you have a chance of winning. And even if they want to endorse a candidate, they might refrain from doing it because they can't support that candidate. So it might not necessarily be a knock against Angie in particular. She might have qualified, but they just didn't have the resources in Florida to do it. Maybe they're focusing on one candidate. I know Oliver Larkin is running, or like a couple of local candidates, but I know that there's a lot that goes into it, but it's not always a slight against the candidate. It's hard to qualify for an endorsement. You definitely want to get that endorsement, but I know there's a high bar to clear, which I'm thankful for, because they do a lot of vetting and we need that in politics. Looney Tunes, thank you for the 5. It's also confirmed that LH will be shutting down his channel as he is retiring from streaming. Oh, he's shutting down his channel too. Oh, man. We love Letterhack. Yeah, shout out to Matt. Great human being.
Yeah.
V-Man. Yeah, we're going to miss him, but, I'm happy that he's doing what he wants to do. Maybe focusing on art. Either way, I support him, whatever he chooses to do. V-Man, thank you for the 5. I know a few live streams ago you asked me to come on and talk about Puerto Rico on Thursday, August 27th. We should do that. We should bring V-Man on. Let me write that down, V-Man. I'm going to put a note because I think that would be really, really fascinating to bring you on. V-Man, Leftist Mafia. Oh, hang on. Can you send me an email, V-Man, as well? So that way I have a way to send you information and the StreamYard link. Just email mike@humanistreport.com so we can establish a correspondence. And yeah, I think that the 27th, that's far enough to where we don't have a guest. That'd be awesome. So if you have a show, we'll definitely be happy to have you, because I would love to talk about Puerto Rican politics. You know a lot more than any of us, and I think it's fascinating. 180K Chan, thank you for the 5. Have had a wild week, had an appendectomy. Oh, wow. And moved to a new place. Had to skip week's news because of it still making Leftist Mafia to have some news. Well, hey, I hope that your recovery is going smoothly. That's a lot to have surgery and to move. My God, your life is chaos. But I hope that things calm down and you feel better. And I'm happy that you can make the show. MK says, tried IV ketamine treatment today and left my body. Well, I hope that it was spiritual and wonderful. Chemical Dragon, thank you for the 5. What are your thoughts on AI companies absorbing and destroying books? Feels like we're living in 1984, Fahrenheit 451, and Terminator Accelerated. Yeah, same thoughts. I absolutely hate that. I think it's unacceptable. Bayphoto, thank you for the member. You've been a member for 16 months. Thank you so much. It's incredible. Tracy Eva, thank you for the £5. Have you all received your copy of Fuck Billionaires by Jim DiBartolo? The artwork is stunning. The story is very dark. I enjoyed it. What a ride. Got it right here. It's amazing. Really, really, really good book. Highly recommend people purchase it. I know that you can buy extra copies. I'm pretty sure that Jim has some still up. If you haven't, you need to read this graphic novel. It's basically a leftist wet dream, especially for this environment. I won't spoil it, but everything about this book is fucking perfect. It's so satisfying. The conclusion is just chef's kiss. Get the book, okay? And I'm not being sponsored by Jim. He's a great friend, but the book is fucking amazing. Objectively speaking, it is so good. So yeah, Thank you for the recommendation, Tracy. I love the book. I read the whole thing in like 2 days or 3 days. It was very, very compelling. Read half of it in one sitting. So just to, it kept my attention span, which is quite the feat. Chemical Dragon says, I'll be home next week, Montana, for my 9th birthday. Well, happy 9th birthday, Chemical. I would have assumed that you were a little bit older than that, but I didn't know we had any children watching. I'm assuming you're saying like 49 or 39 or something. But either way, happy birthday. Bayphoto. Bayphoto's next. $4.99. Thank you so much. Man, I spent 2 summers interning for a production company that was down the hall, Nolan's Sin Copy, and I never saw the dude even once. Oh, that's still a cool story, though. Still very cool. Otaku Dragon. There we go. Thank you for the $2. Mike, Odyssey was filmed in apartheid West Sahara. Was it really? Are you serious? There's always something.
Sorry, I was just muted. Yeah, it was. Parts of it were. Absolutely was. Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's what I've been trying to point out to people online. That's why I was like, if you want to watch it, honestly, I would recommend going to Twitter because for some reason it's free on there. I don't know what he's doing, but like if you want a guilt-free Odyssey experience, go on Twitter.
Wow.
I don't know why Elon Musk made it for free. I don't know why. I'm not telling anyone to do anything illegal. Honestly, I'm just saying make a normal account on a social media site. And if there's 100,000 copies of a movie on there for some reason, I don't know why, you can go watch it and then you can,
hey.
can enjoy it guilt-free. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do not recommend anybody do piracy or watch it for free.
No, I'm just saying do that. Social media account on a social media company that just happens for some reason to have 1,000 copies of Backroom every day uploaded to it. I don't know if it's a meme, but there are so many copies of Backrooms in HD on Twitter. Yeah, it's really weird. Not to just jokes aside, there's not a lot of copies of the Odyssey. There was one that got taken down, but Backrooms is just like all in HD all over the place. Yeah, it's a big thing to upload Backrooms in full on Twitter. I wouldn't do that. That's legal. But to people who are doing it, wild.
I would never do anything illegal personally.
No.
That makes me sad. For the people who don't know, it's basically another Israel-Palestine situation where Morocco has been occupying West Sahara for a very, very long time. When the Sahrawi people rose up during the Arab Spring and did an intifada back in like 2011, they got crushed by the Moroccan military. Very fucked up situation. They can't leave. Morocco set up mines, throughout the desert. Like they're trapped. It's similar to a Gaza situation where you have hundreds of thousands of people basically trapped in an open air prison. So yeah, I wish
the largest wall in the world that no one knows about. Like after the Great Wall of China, it's the largest wall in the world.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and most people haven't heard of it.
Christ.
That's a crazy thing. Yeah,
I really wish there was more momentum for a BDS for the Western Sahara because it needs it. Like the United and by the way, just in case in case anybody would be surprised, the United States is indeed complicit with the apartheid state of Western Sahara. Like we are giving Morocco the green light. They're our ally. We're like, you go ahead and oppress those people. So
Trump made things worse. Actually, he's the one who normalized relations. Film crews weren't allowed to actually film in that area for a long period of time, but it was actually Trump and negotiating with Israel to try and promote Israeli-U.S. relations that they've actually opened up for film crews to go there and take advantage of. Obviously, a very fucked up situation. So. Yeah. If you go online and you Google Odyssey and Western Sahara, you'll see that like the Guardian has a really good article on it called "This the Odyssey has a colonization problem that no one's addressing."
Oh,
and it's
okay.
Yeah,
I'll check that out. That makes me sad because I've been like telling people to go see this movie and support it, give it your money.
You know what you should tell.
Fucking A.
For some reason, Elon Musk has made it for free. I don't know why.
I will add that caveat.
I don't know if that's legal or that'll get him really sued or I don't know what, but it's all over the website.
Yeah. Mr. Rabbit, my goodness, Mr. Rabbit, $100. Lord Jesus, thank you so much. That is crazy. Really appreciate the generous super chat. That is way too much. Thank you so much, though. My God, so generous. I loved PHM. Inception's my favorite Nolan film because it was the first film I got a ticket for with my mom, with my own money. So it means a lot to me, and Lucid Dreaming always interested me. Backrooms and Obsession were good too. Also, Inception should give Satoshi Kon Paprika some credit. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate the generous super chat and your take on film. Thank you so much. My goodness.
Wow.
Big spender. Okay, let's see here. Chris Corcoran says Oppenheimer was good. That was good, but the experience seeing it sucked. The theater was cramped with no air conditioning in the middle of the summer in South Carolina. Oh, that does sound terrible. I didn't watch it in theaters. What was that, Lance?
I said it sounds smelly too.
Oh, I bet it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It smelled like popcorn, BO, and ass, I bet. Ugh.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw it at home. I didn't get to see it in theaters, but I loved Oppenheimer too. Very good. Suspicious Andrew, thank you so much for the $10. Request 1, make Skepchick a permanent LM edition. That would be amazing. Request 2, turn Laverne's book around to show the back cover because I want more people to be intrigued and purchase it. What is the back cover? Oh, I'll show you the back cover here.
She looks fabulous.
I'm going to keep it face first because you can see the title of the book and her name. And I'm trying to like plug it because I really want people to read it. Because it's very, very good. I read it, and yes, it is very gut-wrenching because she talks about her childhood and some of the transphobia that she faced in New York. And it is like really depressing. But, I think it's important to read because if you're a cis person, you get like the full trans experience. She talks about it like very candidly. And that it has a happy ending because she turns into superstar Laverne Cox. So like you keep moving to her. And she talks a little bit about her time when she did, get famous and the response to her being trans and the really fucked up questions that she was asked by anchors about being trans, about genitalia and how she tried to educate them and how they actually made progress and learned from her and how she actually was not making that much money at all from Orange is the New Black. Like, one of the #1 shows, and she was not making much money. Like, could barely get by on that, which is something that is crazy to me. I never knew that. Yeah, I had no idea. I assume that if you make it on a hit TV show, you're set for life, but apparently that is not the case. Okay, Checkmate's next, and Checkmate says, "Fuck Trump, fuck oligarchs, fuck Israel, fuck capitalism, long live socialism, and the leftist mafia." Well, hey, cheers to that. Cheers to that. I love that. Old Man in Philly says, "Great show tonight. Welcome back." Thank you so much. I don't know why I read that backwards, but I appreciate your post. And congratulations, sir, on the wedding as well. I know it's, some time has passed, but still, congratulations. And Kowalski says, where's Kowalski? There we go. Kowalski says, "Put this towards the leftist mafia Shopify knockoff." I will, Kowalski. Thank you so much. I will do that. It jumped. Here we go. So the next one is Kelly. Is that it? Yeah. Lid Kelly. Thank you for the 5 Canadian. There's a Canadian competitor called Zecco Shop. Not as straightforward as Shopify, but they make nice sites. Okay, well, the more you know, folks. If you have a shop, try Zecco
There you go, Binder.
Shop.
Zecco Shop.
Invest in Zecco Shop, Binder. There you go.
There you go. I'm gonna invest in. Let's check them out.
Or buy them out. We'll buy them out. We can do that with our leftist mafia money, our super chats. Fart Twain. Thank you for the 5. Guarantee Haley Stevens drops that stupid accent in her concession speech. Also, bet she won't endorse Abdul if they drop blue no matter who so fast. You're probably not wrong. We'll see, though. Quetzalcoatl Dragon. I probably butchered that name. Thank you for the $10, though. The archaeological site of Troy is located on the mound of Hisarlik in northwestern Turkey near the modern village of Tevfikia. I probably completely fucked that up. I'm so sorry. And 30 kilometers southwest of Kanakal, famous as the setting of Trojan War. Okay, very interesting. I did not know about that. I gotta watch Troy. I don't think I've ever sat through and actually watched the movie, but I gotta check that out. I've seen it's been on when I'm in the room, but I just never paid attention to it. I need to actually watch it. Be interesting. Cole Williams, thanks for the $10 super chat. AOC is cooking like crazy lately, like Gordon Ramsay. How do you all feel about her chances at this point for running for president? I mean, I don't know about her chances. I don't like to try to predict what the American people would do because the American people are deeply stupid. But I mean, look, she has my support if she wants to run. I will be supporting the furthest left candidate in the Democratic Party primaries, and if that's her, she has my full support. I can't imagine anybody else being to her left, aside from Ro Khanna. But between the two of them, I think that she probably is going to be the favorite just because she's much more well known. She has that star power, and I think she's a little bit more left than Ro Khanna on certain issues. But I'll support the most left person. Last but not least, Super Platinum Man says, Mike, have you seen the movie The Battle of Algiers? I've seen the movie Battle of Algiers like 5 times, literally. All in class, by the way. I've never watched it on my own. It's a great movie. I'm not like shitting on it. I've seen it like 5 different times. It's amazing. I can't believe this movie was made in the 60s and banned. Yes, for those who don't know, The Battle of Algiers is a really, really good fucking movie about Algerians' resistance to French colonialism. And the reason why it's banned is because it depicts terrorism. So the United States is not what
it also inspired real world revolution. People actually trained off watching that movie, so it's considered it's considered one of those examples of art that actually had an effect, a material effect beyond just I feel like I could get into that. It's like, oh no, it actually did some change.
Yeah, it's a spark. It's a spark, and the music in it is like haunting in a good way. It's very, very good. Highly recommend it if you can get a hold of it and watch it. They usually play it in like colleges and shit and like more niche theaters. I've seen it playing in Portland a bunch of times, but I've always seen it in class because I did a lot of like classes on Middle East politics. So we watched it a lot because if you're talking about Middle East, you're going to talk about colonialism, and that's going to come up. So yeah, great film. Okay. Not Lance, Matt, it's your turn. You take it away.
All right, let's do it. Stevens 7-1. Well, I had one before that actually. From Goofy, Goober Prime. You see him?
Oh,
I see it.
No,
I'll bring it up. Goofy Goober Prime with a $10 super chat. Leftist Mafia and Rebecca Watson. 2 great tastes that taste great together. Now that I typed that, I ideally hope it doesn't read creepy. No, it didn't. It didn't actually. It didn't actually.
I don't think it.
I see how it easily could have been very creepy, but it actually sounded nice. Stevens 7105. Let's run those numbers up for Abdul. Please phone bank, text bank, or canvas this weekend so we can blow out APAC and the Dem establishment here in Michigan. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Foresto with a super chat. By the way, TYT is posting anti-Fauci clips now, and Anna is saying on air that all gain-of-function research is actually bioweapons. Dumbest heel turn possible. Oh my god.
It doesn't surprise me if I'm being honest. It doesn't surprise me.
Listen, I think Fauci deserves criticism. I think he made mistakes, and there were things he said that I don't agree in terms of. So for me, I'll give you an example of what I actually think was a big problem with him is that in the beginning of the pandemic, he downplayed masks because he was trying to reserve them, the N95 masks for hospital workers, which I get. But then he came out later, and obviously the consensus was that masks actually help. And it was not helpful for him to have misled people. I think the intention was well, but it was dumb to do. I think that was a very bad thing he did. That's not the right wing's issue with Fauci.
Right.
But he lied. People died. That's all I know.
Yeah.
My biggest criticism of him is that he did not endorse the end of the patents, so that way developing countries could create generic versions of the COVID vaccines. And he was against it, I believe, at some point, which that would have saved so many lives. But all these rich ass countries got them, and he was not on board with giving them the patents because he wanted to protect the profits of the pharmaceutical companies.
But
So
again,
that's-
also not
that's my biggest
the right
criticism
problem.
of him.
Right, that's a good one. Not their criticism of him.
No, not at all. Their criticism is dumb as fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
ouchie.
Also, I want to say that the whole idea that we're talking about this in 2026 is obviously right-wing Republican plan to divert attention from everything going on right now that is very bad for the Trump administration and Republicans.
Right.
Give me a break. Also, I would like to say that anti-Fauci sounds like some sort of Italian dish.
Yeah, that's anti-pest.
Like I went to the Italian restaurant the other day, and I got myself a nice fettuccine and some anti-Fauci.
Did you see that? Conservatives are attacking James Tallarico because he posted a picture of an Anthony Fauci action figure that he had, and so they're trying to like tie him to Fauci. It's honestly so fucking funny.
His first name is Anthony, right? So anti-Fauci also sounds like a loving nickname for him from like a nephew or something. Oh, it's anti-Fauci, yay!
But okay, can I just ask though, is this push right now, because I'm seeing it coming not just from TYT but a lot of right wingers, is this part of the whole ramping up for war with China angle? Is that why there's so much
feels like it
on the China made a bioweapon that Fauci collaborated with them right
it's
now?
50-50,
I'm seeing like,
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 50-50 in my opinion. Part of it is they really want revenge for the COVID lockdowns, right? And if they can get some way to jail Fauci by proving that it was a bioweapon that he funded and it was unleashed, so he's responsible for COVID, and we can arrest him for that, lock him up, then that's awesome. Someone from the Biden, administration or from that era is going to prison. Part of it also is, I think you're right, it's to fearmonger with China, because in the event you can blame China for that. Oh, well, blood's on their hands. They unleashed this. We should go to war with them, or not. Maybe not go to war. Maybe not take it that far. But saber rattle against them. Cut them off. Use it to get a. Yeah, exactly. Shit like that. If you can instigate a new Cold War, you can make the money printer go burr for the military-industrial complex. So it's a little bit of everything, in my opinion. But like you both said, it is completely fucking pointless and stupid. And I love how Bernie Moreno, I don't know if you all saw that clip, he's like cursing at fucking Fauci like he's this big tough guy. Meanwhile, he has said nothing about his son-in-law, Max Miller, who broke his daughter's, like, for those who don't know, Max Miller is married to Bernie Moreno's daughter, or was. And Max Miller, he allegedly poured boiling water over Bernie Moreno's daughter when they were together, broke their 2-year-old's collarbone, fractured it, rather. Yeah, it's a whole fucking, like, the dude is a piece of shit.
Why is he not in prison?
Because he's a Republican. And
okay, yeah. So he got a promotion, got a better position, and
he's a Trump ally too.
Yeah,
so back in May, when Bernie Moreno was asked about this, he's like, "I love my daughter and my granddaughter, and I care about their safety," and that's all he said. He would not condemn Max Miller and Mother Jones. They got like 2,000 pages worth of the investigation, and it even showed that Max Miller implicitly threatened Bernie Moreno, U.S. Senator, and he's like, zip. So yeah, that the Fauci thing triggered me because he was acting like this big tough guy, puffing out his chest. The Fauci, meanwhile, cowering in fear to this Zionist tyrant. Oh, I have a video about this, by the way, if people are curious. It's the video today. It's like the second half. Max Miller, the same guy who said that he wants Israel to turn Gaza into a parking lot. So he gave us some hints about who he was and his penchant for violence. Okay, this one's for you, Matt.
Sorry, I got lost here for a second. 1 second. Okay, Looney
you're
Tunes
good.
9000 with a super chat. I must share sad news. Letterhack had his final broadcast this evening. He said he's simply logging off social media. Best of luck in life to Matt. I hope everything's okay with Letterhack, Matt Letterhack, and I totally get that feeling.
Honestly, yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Looney Tunes 9000 says, "What the hell is Binder doing on OnlyFans?" Well, nothing. I'm not on there now, but now that I know that there's an opening for political commentators who spread their legs, I guess I got to start one and rake in the dough.
Yeah. So we can start a new genre, a male version, right?
Yeah.
Just like
little hint
have
of ball
your
sack.
Yeah, hint of ball. Have your meat print close to the camera.
I love that terminology. I'm gonna a hint of ball sack. It sounds like the perfect name for for
a little sprinkle of nuts.
Yeah. For the sommeliers out there.
Sounds like one of those back in the day when I was a kid, just scanning through the late night HBO shows, a hint of ball sack.
Got a hint.
All right. What's next? I'm lost.
Here we go.
Amateur Pwn. Gonna start an ASMR channel where I read Capital in a raspy Aussie accent.
I mean, that'd probably work.
Yeah.
Kowalski with a super chat. You guys have given me an inspiration for a strategy to increase my sub count. I'll get canceled on Twitch.
There you
Just
go.
get canceled in general, really. I mean, or do
Honestly,
a right word turn. Just be like, yeah, I'm a defected Majority Report Sam Cedar fan, and I learned the error of my ways, and they'll love you. They'll eat it up. Especially being a farmer. Oh man, you've already got a pathway. You could actually become a millionaire. Honestly, and there's not much. Like white check, farmer check.
Yeah, if you have no morality whatsoever, you could cash in. It's really not that hard.
God! All right, so this isn't a super chat, but earlier I forgot I said this, and someone pointed it out, and it was really funny. So when we were watching that clip of that girl spreading her legs, I'm laughing thinking about it. And I brought up how I didn't think like there was any sort of like, a propaganda behind it. And she found a niche to fill. I meant to say that maybe I will eat crow, or I meant to say, or I'll have pie in my face. But by accident, I said
you did say eat pie. I didn't say anything because I was like,
didn't hear that. You said eat pie.
Oh, I heard it, and I was like, is that an expression I'm not aware of? Because if that's the case, I'm not gonna.
I meant to say eat crow or pie in the face, and I put them together, and I'm watching this girl with her legs split open. I'm saying maybe I'll eat pie.
But it was like, yeah, that's not appropriate at all, sir.
That's amazing. We're getting into fucking RFK felching territory.
I'm cracking up. I knew when I said it. I was like, oh fuck, I didn't mean to say that. Maybe no one will notice.
I didn't notice.
No, I didn't notice. I was like, maybe that's an expression I don't know about. It doesn't mean
I think everyone just thought, oh, it must be an expression. And it is if you mean eat crow or pie in the face, but not when you put the two.
No, they mean different things when you flip them. Very different things.
I was eating humble pie. Thank you, Suspicious Andrew. Yes, I was eating humble
pie. Take away the humble, and it's a different kind of a pie.
Very different.
I gotta say, I did feel a little bit like The Rock when I said that, because his thing was always like, "Do you like pie?" When back in the day during the WWE Attitude Era. All right, let's keep going.
All right.
Kyle Donovan with the super chat, $10 super chat. Much love all. My parents are both Navy vets and can't see that the Republicans don't care about them. They taught me to question what's being fed to you. They still watch Fox News. Make it make sense. Hey, it's your
People are
experience
complicated.
of many people. Yep.
Yeah.
Ryan Chan 6922. Aisha Faruqi or Faruqi. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. But is running in Haley's open seat. Her main competitor is Moss, who is worse than Stevens on Israel. Moss is obsessed with the IDF. Well, then we better make sure that Aisha wins. Everyone should who can vote for Aisha, please do so.
August 4th.
Ryan Chan with another super chat. Apparently, the DNC is $3.4 million in debt. Where did their fundraising money go? Is it seriously used on taking out progressives and consultants? Well, here's the thing. I think when it comes to Democratic funders and Republican funders, I think big money Republicans are much more willing to throw money at the idea of Republicans, like the Republican Party as a whole. Whereas Democratic funders are more interested in funding specific candidates, which means that the DNC is fucked because no one wants to give money to just like the idea of the Democratic Party.
Weren't they hitting historic numbers for that last run? Like, wasn't it hitting like over $1 billion in fundraising? Like everyone's like, that was a
For
big
DNC?
thing. Yeah, and I remember people being really upset afterwards, being like, "Where did that money go?" Because now they're doing fundraising for like saying they're in debt and stuff like that post election.
Well, didn't they throw a lot of money? Just I mean, they did raise a lot during that 2024 run, obviously, because it's the presidential run campaign. But they were just throwing money around like nobody's business
on the dome or whatever, the orb, the Vegas one, like that was like $250,000 a day.
And then they made like a podcast studio for Kamala to go on. Call Me Daddy.
They built the studio.
Like, why would
Did
you
you all
build the
see
studio
that they
for
got
a show,
scammed
for a
this
show you're
week?
going on?
Did you all see that report though this week that the DNC got scammed?
No.
Somebody had sent an email as Kevin Martin to DNC insiders and scammed them out of like $30K. Happened this week.
Oh
The
my
story
God.
broke. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, but you know,
They're
we're
such boomers.
the people who fell for that is probably some low level employee. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah. But I mean, like the fact that they don't have a protocol to like send
Safety?
money. Yeah, you like even at like corporations, like at like just like the basic level, whenever somebody called us and alleged that they were corporate or something like that, there'd be a protocol. 'Cause, like, what's the code word for today or whatever? There'd always be like some level of security, but very clearly they were just like, "Oh, it's Ken Martin, give him all the money." That's crazy.
It's wild.
Okay, this one's for you too. Got a couple more for you.
Enjoy the vacay, says Old Man in Philly. Thank you. I will. The Bay photo with the super chat. Shopify CEO shouldn't just said he wants to implement full-on tech authoritarianism. If you're going to be a piece of shit, at least be honest. Yeah.
Is your vacation next week, Matt?
I leave tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So maybe we'll wait to do the call-in show till you come back. At least we got to figure out a good day for that.
Yeah, there's a chance that I'll make it back for the next Thursday's episode, but I'm not 100% on that, and it's probably not, but maybe.
Yeah. This one's for you.
Decrier85 with a super chat. Have you already discussed Taylor Swift and her recent wedding with Adam Sandler present? A lot of people I know defended her. Wait, what?
I feel like we did talk about this a little bit during super chats a few weeks ago, and I know that Does that sound familiar, or am I hallucinating?
I remember just being like, just another example of billionaires shouldn't exist. Like, she shouldn't have the power to shut down New York because she wants to. That's gross. And if you don't see that as a problem, then fuck you. Like, same thing with Bezos. It's nothing about Swiftie specifically. Like, Bezos shut down like a city in Italy to get married. Like, humans shouldn't have that much concentrated power. That it's so grotesque. People should see that as an affront to our civilization, not like, oh, that's so romantic. Like, You shut
also-
down entire blocks. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's also disgusting that they had Adam Sandler, a fucking disgusting racist Zionist, marry them. Adam Sandler, for those who don't know, he made a film called "You Don't Mess with the Zoran" back in like the 2000s, where basically he was like this Israeli secret agent, and this is the most racist fucking propaganda I think he ever put out. He's put out a lot. This one is so fucking racist. It's like, oh, you can call the terrorist hotline. Do you press 1 for Hamas, press 2 for Hezbollah? Like, it is straight Israeli fucking Hasbara, and the worst kind of Hasbara. The lady who was spreading her legs did better propaganda than fucking Adam Sandler. Like, it's so bad. So yeah, fuck Adam Sandler, fuck Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce for their wedding, and fuck the disgusting people who were spending so much money buying their garbage bags. Like, I saw and I didn't,
that.
Yeah, they were buying her fucking scraps.
They were buying garbage by the pound, like it was being weighed.
What is wrong with us?
No,
Like,
I know that.
If
was
you
bad.
if you purchase that,
So
you are almost as bad as MAGA. Okay, if you bought trash from Taylor Swift's wedding, you are almost as dumb as MAGA. You're not as dumb as MAGA, but you are pathetic. That is fucking ridiculous.
Do you
Like,
think they'll-
would you buy her toilet paper after she wipes her ass? Like, where's the limit?
Yes, they would. The answer is yes. Oh yeah, you know the answer is yes.
I hate
Do
it.
you guys-
I hate it. Why? Why do we worship celebrities like this?
Do you guys think I get a refund on that? I didn't know that you felt this way. I need to.
You probably resell that shit for more. People are
All
insane.
right.
I just
What's
hate it.
next?
We got Rachel Atwood for you.
Not really. Rachel Atwood says off to watch Oliver Larkin on CNN right now. Ah.
It's good. His new interview is so good because they ask him about. There's one little clip that he shared that I retweeted where they ask him about, well, how much rape are you willing to accept of children for all these immigrants you want to let in? And he ran with that. He's like, well, let's talk about the pedophile in the White House. It was so fucking good. And then he gets cut off. Watch the interview if you can. Oh, this one's actually for me. Did you have any others? I think you do.
I'm looking. Yeah, I have one more.
Okay, which one is that?
Just you just read through them. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, I think this one's yours. Joe, right?
Yeah. Joe Bikes too says, "I will donate to help Binder get some shelves on that blank ass wall. Look good while you do your good work." I would like to put stuff on the wall. The problem is, I don't know if you guys realize this is a very small room, and I can't put shelves on that wall because I need to put the green screen up for when I do the Majority Report or other shows where I use a green screen. There's no room to put shelves between me and the green screen. It's just I'm touching the wall here. This is it. Shelves would come out here. I would not be able to do it. I would like to put some. I'm going to put some like posters up or something on the wall. A nice picture frame or something. Maybe I'll put a picture of me just exactly sitting how
That'd
I
be
am right now,
funny.
right behind me.
You could do some like punk band posters, or you could just pull up the green screen and put like posters on that.
Yeah, but
Copy
I don't
and
like
paste a
pulling up
bunch
the
of-
green screen unless I have to. This show is too too laid back for me to pull up the green screen.
Okay, did you have any more? Because I have a few more that came in while you
No,
were
I think
reading
that's
yours.
it for me.
All right, just a couple here. Marilyn, thank you for the $6.99 Canadian. Says, isn't it fascinating that Alicia Liu, child of immigrants, has risen to iconic status, whereas the men's hockey team has fallen into shrug-worthy? Angela says, FYI, Battle of Algiers is free in Canada on Crave. Hey, that's good to know. The Breaker of Walls says, even Trump was Fauci been pardoned by Biden, LOL. Oh, so he's not on board with this either. I mean, it's a distraction that benefits him too, so I'm surprised he's not talking more about this. Marilyn says, speaking of OF, Adelind Gray wanted to unionize the sex workers of Sherry's Ranch. Didn't work out, or at least that's all I remember. She also does planks while reading the Communist Manifesto. That's clever. Yeah, I think that it is essential for sex workers to also unionize. I have a video tomorrow about video game developers and how they definitely not they need to unionize. That's not like the focus of the video. It's more about like how capitalism is killing games. But yeah, I think that they definitely need to unionize. All workers need to unionize, but especially workers in fields that can be particularly exploitative by big corporations and nefarious people. So yeah, I agree with you. Marilyn says, to you, Matt, what's your take on the current AEW?
I have not seen AEW in a little bit, so I can't respond.
All right, and then last but not least, Tony, thank you for being a member for 25 months. That's crazy, 2 years. Thank you so much.
One quick note from Prairie Fire Neb. I'll face the wall before I do a right-wing pivot. And also thank you to Spec00 for the extra $2. Do y'all want to raid Sad Girl or Rhizome?
Is that girl
Whichever.
who did the parody of that the legs girl? Is she on? Remember, she was a Twitch streamer.
If you know her,
What was her thing again? Who
I can
pulled her
find
up?
it here.
Oh wait, I got one on Twitch. 1 second. Looney Tunes 9000 resubscribed for 19 months at tier 1. Subscriber for 31 months. Damn, over 2 years. Too bad you won't be here next week, so I could hear declare that your money next week is going to Mike. Lazy Bump Ledge. Anyways, tomorrow I have Annie Fitzgerald on my show. She's running for Washington 38. Awesome. Everyone check out Looney Tunes interview.
Okay, so the girl who did that parody, her name is Shag is a bad word. Unfortunately, she is not live now, but go and follow her. I'm gonna post her Twitch handle in the chat so you can all go follow her. She seems like a really good person. So that should show up in all chats. Go give her a follow and tell her that Leftist Mafia sent you. Maybe we'll get her on the show.
sounds more intimidating than it's supposed to be. Let her know that the Leftist Mafia sent you.
That's true. That's true.
I don't think we're that known that we're just a household name that people won't be like the Leftist Mafia.
Fair point. Okay,
they put a hit out on your head. All right.
Oh my!
Who were the names that you said, Lance? I can't remember.
Sad Girl, Rhizome, Maple Takes are all streaming.
What's Sad Girl? Who's Sad Girl? Right. Sad Girl? How do you spell
girl, it? Sad like the word sad, girl like the word
That's it,
girl.
Just Sad Girl? All right, yeah.
Sad Girl, super easy.
Oh, that is easy.
Yeah. Sad Girl is streaming.
I'm pressing that start raid button.
Thank you, mods, for keeping us safe. Thank you, friends, for having amazing conversations. Have an amazing vacation, Matt. You deserve it. Get your brain in good, happy.
Take care, Matt. Have fun. Safe travel.
Thank you. Yeah, see you all real soon, and hopefully August 4th, the election brings some good news.
I'm crossing my fingers. All right, everybody, you take care.